following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome into Eagle Field. We are just away from the campus of Hedgesville High School, close to the town limits of Hedgesville, West Virginia. It is the site of tonight's high school baseball action as the Hedgesville Eagles play host to the Musselmen Applemen. For Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Donald Kinney is our on-site producer, and Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. Well, Matt, we get underway just a couple of minutes earlier than normal, and that's due to some special activities going on tonight here at the ballpark.
It's becoming a ritual now. We had Hall of Fame night at Martinsburg on Friday and senior night here at Eagle Field tonight. Always special to recognize those seniors. And again, this senior class, one of the two that's going to be a little different over the course of history for senior classes, for not only athletics but academics as well. Again, last year's senior class didn't get this opportunity, and this year's senior class missing their junior year and kind of automatically becoming seniors when the last time they hit the field was sophomores. So it's always fun to recognize those seniors, and should be a good sectional battle here tonight as we are getting just about 2 weeks away from sectional tournament time. That'll start a week or 2 weeks from tomorrow on the 1st of June. So the last-ditch efforts, if you will, to try to get some of these games in against sectional opponents and figure out what that seeding is going to be. And a couple of big options, or opportunities rather, for both of these teams. This is one of two times these two will play this week.
Yeah, later in the week, the two will get together out at Musselmen, and that will be the third meeting, as these two already played here back on the 22nd of April. Hedgesville, the winner in that one by an 11-1 final. We'll see how Musselmen has grown and developed since that time. And right now, Matt, two teams looking for a win. Hedgesville 4-4 in their last 8 games, but riding their first 2-game losing streak of the season. They had not lost back-to-back until their last 2 games. They'll come in at 13-5. Musselmen, they're 8-11, but hey, they've won 4 of their last 5, really turning things around after 5 consecutive losses.
Yeah, you two teams that are kind of, I don't want to say going in opposite directions, but two teams that are at different points in their season. Prior to winning 4 of their last 5 for Musselmen, it was a 5-game losing streak, so they're definitely turning a page. And for Hedgesville, they had a very strong start to this season. And again, right now at this point in the season, just kind of laboring a bit.
All right, let's go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. That is our matchup. When we come back, we want to hear from both head coaches, and then quickly we'll get into the senior night activities going on here at Eagle Field. So we'll be back after this 60-second break. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
We welcome you back in to Eagle Field. We will bypass the interviews with the coaches, bring you those a little later on as we get an opportunity. But right now, it's time to get into the senior night activities. We turn it over to Jana Stenson as she does the PA for tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to senior night here at the Nest, the home of your Hedgesville Eagles. Tonight, we are going to take a few moments to honor our senior members of the team and say thank you to them for all of the hard work and time that they have put in to be outstanding student athletes. Our first senior tonight is Colby Blau. Colby is being escorted tonight by his mom and dad, Michelle and Derek Blau. This is his second year in the Hedgesville baseball program. Colby's future plans are to attend West Virginia University. I would like to thank all of my teachers and coaches who have helped me guide me throughout high school. Also my parents for pushing me to do better and always being there along the way. Number 11, Colby Blau. Our next senior is Thomas Budka. Thomas is being escorted tonight by his parents, Scott and Kylie Budka. This is his fourth year as a member of the baseball program. Thomas's future plans are to play college baseball and major in business management. I would like to thank my parents and coaches for always pushing me to be the best baseball player I can be, and my teammates for their friendships and memories. Thomas Budka.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
All right, I got it.
I would like to thank Coach Whitford for believing in me and giving me the opportunity as a freshman.
Well, our apologies as we've run into some technical difficulties. Everything started out fine, and then we're not sure what happened as the sound dropped out. We had some noise in our headphones. We have switched out our main mixer unit, and we believe that we have gotten things taken care of. We have pinpointed an issue, we believe, with a microphone cable. Our apologies. Hopefully, if you're watching on TV 10 or on our WRNR TV YouTube page, you're getting a chance to at least see those 8 seniors. You're going to hear their names in just a moment as head coach Eric Grove is starting 8 of those seniors, all 8 as part of his starting line, 9, in tonight's lineup. And so they are continuing to be recognized out on the field. As they continue to be recognized, Matt, we'll just go ahead and jump into our pregame interviews. We get it started as we had a chance to talk with Musselmen head coach Josh Hartman and get his reaction on his teams winning 4 of their last 5 and really getting it started at a game that we broadcast last week when they scored that 10-inning victory at Spring Mills.
Well, definitely give them confidence going into the week. Starting out the week with a win like that, and the next day you play well the next day, and the next thing you know, you're rolling. And going into the weekend and finishing out the week, we were 4-1. So hopefully can continue that momentum this week.
What is it that really was the difference when you look at those games? Pitching, defense, hitting, or a little bit of everything?
Situations like that, 10-inning game, obviously you got to look at your pitching. Jason Myers did a fantastic job in that game for a freshman coming in. He made it through 8 2/3, I believe it was, and 14 strikeouts, I believe, and 0 walks. So his command was really good. He commanded the batters at the plate, that's for certain. Continuing that, though, what was it, even going into the weekend, and the way that you played? Like I said, if you get your pitching lined up, which we had pretty much all week, we struggled a little bit there at Bridgeport, obviously, because we ran out of pitching. But if you get your pitching going throughout the week, every game, if your pitchers can get you depth, 5-6 innings, then usually you have your pitching is pretty good throughout the week, and that can happen. You saw this Hedgesville team earlier in the season, and you'll see them again. You're playing them 3 times this year. What is it that you look for in this matchup after that first one? Just like the rivalry. The Musselmen-Hedgesville rivalry is always a good one in any sport. It doesn't matter what sport it is. You always look forward to playing your county opponents and your sectional opponents. So tonight's going to be one of those nights again. So you're looking forward to these guys and the next game this Friday as well. So those are always the fun ones. Yep. 2 weeks left in the regular season. How do you want to see this team finish? Obviously, I'd like to keep rolling how we are. I mean, you want to peak at the end of the year, and I feel like we are working our way towards that, and hopefully can keep that momentum going and finish out strong. Coach, thanks. Good luck. Thank you, Matt. There you go. That is Coach Josh Hartman and some of his thoughts heading into this matchup. Let's turn our attention now to Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove. We got our conversation started talking about the team and where they're at right now, having lost 2 in a row for the first time this season.
Not hitting real well. Played 2 good teams and just didn't really come out on the right side of either one. I think we got down both games in different regards, one in the first inning, one in the second, and just haven't really been able to respond. Our offense can't make up for, walk-in and errors and things like that. So we've got to do a better job of backing up our pitching and pitchers throwing strikes and hopefully just finding some more barrels and getting a little lucky. We've hit some balls hard to have them dropped, and, we need that. And, luck's just not on our side, but maybe we can get back on the right track tonight. You didn't have a game on Saturday. How did you approach that day off? Coach, we had a couple of coaches stay back and had practice. I had to go to Morgantown, but we spent a ton of time hitting the ball the right side. trying to just keep our weight back, hitting it where it's pitched and not trying to pull everything. We've had a bad habit of trying to pull pitches this year, and a lot of times on all-speed pitches we're so far out in front. So they spent a lot of time on that. Some base running miscues we've had, worked on that some, and just touching up a few places where we kind of messed up defensively. Practice days are really valuable this time of year.
Second out of 3 games you'll play against Musselmen this season, and you took them in game 1. What does that mean coming into this one?
Nothing, because they've hit the ball fairly well recently, and we haven't. I would expect they're going to do this. I mean, same thing. I mean, just like Martinsburg improved when we played them, I'm sure Musselman's much improved. We have to prove that we haven't plateaued or dropped off. I think it's a big night for us, so I think that hopefully everybody comes out with a lot of energy and the fans pick us up. We need some of that. We need some of these artificial things to buoy us going forward, so hopefully we can get that.
There you go, and that is Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove. Some of his thoughts heading into tonight. We'll see if they can carry some momentum, if you will, from the senior night activities and the crowd on hand here into this one against Musselmen. Well, they're getting ready to introduce starting lineups to the crowd on hand here. Let's turn our attention now to those lineups as well with Matt Crawford.
Let's do it. Start with the visiting Musselman Appleton. They come in 8-3 on the campaign this year. In the leadoff spot playing first base is Kyle Lohr. Catching and batting second is Baden Hartman. In center field batting third, Blake Hartman. Batting cleanup in left field is Jacob Miller. On the mound today, batting fifth is Jason Myers. DHing for the second baseman and batting sixth is Jackson Shockey. Liam Wilson will play third base and bat seventh. Batting eighth is shortstop Trenton Wolf. And in right field, rounding out your batting order, is Trevor Bohr.
And that young man at second base is Sam Simpson, who is being DH'd for the Applemen, led by second-year head coach Josh Hartman. A record of 23 wins, 24 losses, assisted by Brian Klepner, Jordan Ambrose, and Mike Mackey.
For Hedgesville, they come in with a record of 13-5 on the 2021 campaign. Leading off their batting order and playing center field is Thomas Butka. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Kyle West. Doing the catching and batting third, Aiden Milton. In the cleanup spot, playing the hot corner at third, Riley Bubb. Batting fifth, playing right, Hunter Minnick. Tyler Smith is batting in the sixth spot. He will play first base tonight. Playing second base, batting seventh, Colby Blau. Doing the pitching is A.J. Fodor. He will bat eighth. And rounding out the batting order, batting ninth, playing left field, Cam Lady.
There you go, 8 of the 9 starters, the 8 seniors on this roster. The head coach, Eric Grove, in his second season, 38 wins and 14 losses, assisted by Nikki Brown, who's been around this program for a while. Scott Budka, Derek Snyder, Mike Quinn, and Brian Mosley round out that Hedgesville coaching staff. The Eagles are looking for the clean sweep. Matt, a very well-played JV game tonight, and Hedgesville got the shutout win over Musselman 6-0.
Yeah, 6-0 in an hour and 42 minutes. So many JV games that are going that quickly and getting all 7 in. So you mentioned looking for the clean sweep, and you know that the seniors would like to get it done on senior night here at home for Hedgesville.
Well, Hedgesville has kind of dominated this series, if you will, as of late, winning 4 in a row and 7 of the last 9. The last win for Musselman in the series was 2018. They scored a 7-6 win at Musselman in the regular season and a 12-2 victory here in the sectional tournament. But then in 2019, Hedgesville took all 3 games, including a sectional game. And then in 2020, well, no season here in 2021. Hedgesville winning 11-1 back on April 22nd. So we'll see if they can make it 5 in a row in this series as we have the opening pitch in just a moment. We take a 2-minute timeout and then return with high school baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move. mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back in to Eagle Field. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Donald Kinney, our on-site producer, and Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. The Hedgesville Eagles taking to the field in the white baseball pants, the yellow or gold jersey tops with blue lettering and white trim for the Musselmen Applemen. They're in the third base dugout and will come to the plate in the gray baseball pants. The red jersey tops with the Kelly green sleeves and then the green lettering with white trim. Let's take a look at our pitching matchup as A.J. Fodor finishes his warm-up tosses.
This will be his first start on the year, but his 8th appearance. He has been their go-to guy out of the bullpen. He's got 12 1/3 innings on the mound this year. Comes in with a 3.40 ERA, a 0-0 record, so no decisions in any of those 7 previous appearances he has. 14 hits, 11 runs, 6 of those earned, 10 strikeouts to 9 walks in the 12 1/3. So again, watch those walks, 9 and 12 1/3. Not the number you necessarily want at this point in the season. We'll see what he can do getting the start on the mound. Obviously a different feel than when you're coming out of the bullpen later in the game.
We have certainly, seen our share of walks through the course of this season. Well, the first pitch is a fastball, and it is in there for a called strike one, and our opening pitch coming at 6:58. Left-hand batting Kyle Lohr, the freshman at the top of the order. And he takes a pitch that misses down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tell you, some good young players around this Eastern Panhandle, as we are seeing a lot of youth. The way that things are playing out after not having a 2020 campaign.
Yeah, Lohr in that leadoff spot, a 322 average, looking for hit number 20. Has driven in 20 and has also drawn 11 walks in that leadoff spot for the majority of the season, if not all.
You add those walks and hits together, and that gives him a 444 on-base percentage. Swings and sends this one the other way into left field, charging hard on it and making the grab. Tumbling to the ground is Cam Lady. Nice defensive play for out number 1.
Yeah, that one definitely dying as it got into left field. Kyle West took a few steps back, and I was wondering if that may be his baseball off the bat, but turned out to be a very nice play made by Cam Lady. Both hands watching it all the way in, making the catch.
Yeah, making the catch as he was starting into that tumble, so not a full dive, and able to keep his eye on it, get the glove on it, and make the grab. And now with 1 out, Baden Hartman stands in and takes a fastball for strike 1. Hartman, a catcher, swings at the next pitch, rips it between the third baseman and shortstop and out into left field for a solid single.
And Hartman's been working his way up the batting order this year and deservingly now in that number 2 spot, a 333 average. That's his 23rd hit on the season. And he was one of those guys that started in that 6, 7, 8 spot at the beginning of the year and has just slowly worked his way up that batting order.
Working through some issues that he was having at the plates, but able to really turn things around as this season has gone along. That is his 23rd hit on the year. You look at his 66 at-bats, and that is the most of any other hitter in this Musselman starting lineup. Now the older brother, Blake Hartman, stands in.
Second in at-bats with 62.
And he takes down low and outside. Good block by Aiden Milton. That is ball one. Hey, I found out another great stat on Hartman. Are you ready? I mean, he's already won, the Kennedy Award, and then the Gatorade Player of the Year Award. Finishes all-time leading rusher in Musselmen history. He now has 100 hits in his high school baseball career, and remember, didn't even get to play that senior season. So freshman, sophomore, and now senior year, and he's got 100 hits. Takes this pitch outside. That is ball two.
I believe you call that a well-rounded athlete.
Yeah, not bad. As his dad and head coach, Josh Hartman, says, 100 hits, and this is his third sport. Here is the pitch to the plate, taken at the knees. That one in there for a strike. And now 2-1. No score, top half of inning number one, just underway. One down with a runner at first. No courtesy runner here. Baden Hartman running for himself, held on by Tyler Smith. Has a nice lead, was leaning, and now goes back in on the dive.
If that's an A move on the mound by Fodor, they may have him at first.
Yeah, Fodor more of a move just to let him know, I'm thinking about you. Had he been ready to spin and throw more quickly, certainly had a chance. Blake Hartman patiently waiting in that right-hand batter's box. Here comes the delivery, down low and outside. It moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. And these two teams met back in April. Musselmen mustered up just 1 run in that one, and that came in the second inning. It was a 7-run third for Hedgesville that blew that one wide open. 3-1 pitch, and it's a high bouncer over the head of the leaping third baseman Riley Bubb. That one out into left field. Lady over, bobbles, but we'll get it back in, holding everyone to 1 base. Baden Hartman stops at second. Blake Hartman on at first with a hit.
And good positioning for Riley Bubb at third base, playing that very high hop. You just, unfortunately, not tall enough to get that baseball. Not much you can do about your height. But played that as well as he could. Just a very high chopper off the bat of Blake Hartman.
I don't know. I think there was a episode of Mayberry RFD at one point where Barney Fife had that contraption where he tried to stretch himself so that he could be taller. Maybe you can work on your height. I don't think it worked in the TV program. Jacob Miller standing in, taking ball 1. Cleanup hitter in this Musselman order. Leads in those power categories, Matt. Here's the pitch. Just low and outside, ball 2.
Yeah, and Fodor having a slight issue finding the strike zone.
Miller with a second-best batting average at .429, but leads the team with 3 home runs and 25 RBI. He's got a runner in scoring position at second as he takes a called strike, and the count goes to 2-1.
Good battle back pitch for Fodor. Don't want to go behind 3-0 to Miller.
Smith playing in front of the runner at first. Miller awaits. Fodor looks at the runner at second, and now time is taken. Fodor taking too much time. Jacob Miller steps out. Our plate umpire, by the way, Tim Carroll. Buck Hoffmaster on the bases, switching their roles from the JV game. 2-ball, 1 strike pitch on the way. Nice off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, that one trailing away from the batter looked like, based on his reaction, that started right over the heart of the plate, ended up low and away. That's a good chase pitch if you can get that working all night.
Now the break even, the runners again stretching out their leads. Here comes that pitch, off-speed grounded towards the second baseman. Blau knocks it down, picks it up, throws on to first, and in time to get him. May have been thinking of 2 or at least getting that middle runner. Took his eye off it for just a moment, but was able to regain control of the play and get the out at first.
And you'd like to get one of the 2 lead runners there, but Jacob Miller, a lot of speed out of the box, so I'm not sure you're getting 2 there regardless, even if Blau's able to come up and fire over to second base. Does give a good opportunity for Myers to get RBI number 10 and 11. Help his own cause here early.
The opposing pitcher in the right-hand batter's box takes outside for ball 1. Yeah, Myers, another freshman, but hitting .316 with no homers and 9 batted in.
Yeah, he and Lohr were 1 and 2 for the better part of this season.
Fodor misses outside with this one, 2 balls and no strikes.
He's been pretty consistent when he's missing, though, so hopefully that's something he can adjust in between innings and as he gets more comfortable in this game. Again, a different situation when you come in to start everything than when you're coming out of the bullpen.
2-0 delivery, down low and outside. Milton blocks that pitch, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Fodor, did I miss a pitch? They're just going to go ahead and walk him. So with the count 3-0, the indication came from the dugout. I couldn't see the dugout, and so they go ahead and put him on base.
Unique.
So it brings up Jackson Shockey. Time being taken as we'll get a courtesy runner in for the pitcher, so Myers can get back over and get a little breather before heading out there to toe the pitching rubber, and that is Brandon Berry. Berry serving as the courtesy runner. Chance for some two-out damage for Musselmen, or a chance for Fodor to get out of this without giving up a hit in the first pitch. A strike to Jackson Shockey, the junior designated hitter.
Plays the closest bag right now with 2 down and the bases loaded. Infield playing back. Middle infield playing pretty deep.
Swing and a foul straight back into the concrete backstop. Now no balls and 2 strikes.
Timing was good, just got underneath of it.
Bases are loaded. Baden Hartman had a 1-out single. Blake Hartman followed with a single with 2 outs. The intentional walk when the count went 3-0, putting Mason on, or Myers, pardon me. Berry is there now as the courtesy runner. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and the pitch to the plate misses high. 1-2 to Jackson Shockey.
Good fastball to see if you can get the batter Shockey to chase. That one just above the letters. We've seen plenty of that this year with guys chasing the high fastball.
Now that 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on the fastball. A big strikeout for A.J. Fodor. And he is able to get out of a huge jam, stranding the bases loaded here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 1 after this 60-second break. It's Musselman nothing. Hedgesville coming to bat.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back in, moving to the bottom half of inning number 1. Towing the pitching rubber for Musselman, getting in his final warm-up tosses is Jason Myers.
Myers in his 6th start on the year, his 11th overall appearance, comes in with a record of 1-2, 24 2/3 on the mound this year, a 5.93 ERA to his credit. Has given up 26 hits, 25 runs, 19 of those runs have been earned, 30 strikeouts to 8 walks. And Matt, the last time we saw him, boy, did he pitch a beauty.
How about 8 2/3 innings, giving up a run on 4 hits with 14 strikeouts and did not walk a batter. Did hit 1 and a no decision, but that was that 10-inning 5-2 victory at Spring Mills. That came last Wednesday, and that really turned around the fortunes for this Musselman team that had lost 5 in a row prior, but now has won 4 of their last 5. Hey, it's time to take a look at that forecast. We'll call them right now partly cloudy skies. A comfortable temperature at 72 degrees. Overnight tonight, look for a low down around 40. It'll get chilly again, but then sunshine and 79 tomorrow and sunshine and 82 on Wednesday.
Should be a beautiful week for baseball and softball on TV 10.
Here we go. First pitch of the bottom of the first inning taken by Thomas Budka for strike 1. Yeah, we've got baseball action tomorrow and Wednesday, softball on Thursday, and more high school baseball action on Friday. Breaking pitch just misses a bit high. 1-1, the count evens up to the senior center fielder. You're going to hear that senior thing a lot.
Yeah. 8 of 9 up and down this order.
Yeah, the only guy not a senior, as the pitch to the plate is popped foul. Back over top of the press box, out of play. 1-2 the count. Is the cleanup hitter, Riley Bubb. He's a junior. So he'll be in that lineup for senior day next year, too. Butkus swinging away. Sends this one over into right center field. Ranging over to his right is Trevor Bohr, and the right fielder makes the grab. 1 down. Went the other way on that 1-2 pitch. Budka, a .327 average coming in. Has 16 hits now in 50 at-bats. One away, base is empty. And here comes Kyle West.
The dangerous man in the lineup. .417 coming in, 25, .460 is the hits versus at-bats.
Breaking pitch high and away, ball 1 to the left-hand batter.
He's driven in 27 runs on the year. He's added 9 walks to that resume as well.
Here's the pitch to the plate. Fastball fouled out of play, third base side. Now 1-1. And has he been fun to watch over these last 4 years? Was starting as a freshman, just like we're talking about the young man on the mound right now being a freshman. It's fun to watch that young talent grow through their high school years. Fastball outside. Now 2-1 to West. 25 hits, 23 runs scored. Watches a fastball very high here. And it's 3-1. Not sure if Myers just trying to put a little too much on that one and blow it by him. Clearly didn't get it where he wanted. Now let's see what happens with that 3-1 pitch. And that one outside, not even close. That was almost an intentional walk, if you will.
Yeah.
Outside of the one pitch
definitely
fouled away.
Pitching around.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Myers wanted to make sure there was no way anything was close. And early in the season, one of the 6 home runs for Kyle West, we were right here for.
Yes.
As he sent one to the deepest part of the ballpark over the tall wall in center field.
It'll bring up Aiden Milton, catcher and number 3 hitter, and the first pitch to him just off that inside corner for a ball. Now 5 of the last 6 pitches out of the strike zone. That was after retiring the first batter on a 1-2 pitch. So 3 out of the first 4 pitches he put in there. Here's a throw over. West back in on the dive. He's got good speed at first base. Milton, a senior, hitting .295, 13 hits, 44 at bats, but Matt also has 13 walks. Runner on the move with a pitch that misses high in the throw down, and did they get him? Safe! The throw was there. Trenton Wolf trying to apply the tag, but it looked like West was able to get the hand in first.
And Wolf right in front of the bag, and that is where that tag occurred, right on the hand. And that was a bang-bang play at second base. That not the pitch you necessarily want to steal on, a fastball that missed high. So it was lifting Hartman out of his position anyway. Good throw. West just a lot of speed.
2-0 pitch is popped foul back behind us. Now 2 balls and a strike to Milton. No score, bottom half of inning number 1. Musselman sent 6 to the plate and left the bases loaded without scoring in the top of the first. Hedgesville here in the bottom of the first has a run in scoring position with 1 away, and the pitch down low for ball 3. This is something Myers doesn't do often, and that's walk guys. You brought up his pitching totals as we got started. 8 walks in 24 2/3, so now officially 25 innings. But again, you got a guy at the plate that can draw that walk. That is his 14th base on balls. He now has more walks than hits on the season as the 3-1 pitch was down low. Back-to-back walks. And Hedgesville has runners at first and second.
And you're crediting Milton for being a catcher, the reason he's drawing all those walks. I think you've said that in just about every game.
I mean, he certainly
he's got the vision.
He should know the strike zone. He knows what the umpires call, and so you got to give it to him. Braylon Connor serving as courtesy runner over at first base for the catcher. So Connor taking his spot as Riley Bubb digs in.
Bubb, a .309 hitter coming in.
This one bounces out in front of the plate, blocked by the catcher, and the throw down to third just a tad too late. Heads up base running as West moves to third, and Connor goes to second. That'll be a wild pitch that bounced out in front of the plate. 1 ball and no strikes on Bubb. Myers works from that first base side of the pitching rubber, and the right-hander delivers, and here's a shot ripped foul down the third base line.
Watch your head down there, Kyle West.
He was ducking, and Nicky Brown in the coach's box was kind of leaning back out of the way of that one.
I want a scorcher foul in the left field line.
Infield drawn in for Musselmen. They'll try to cut down the run at the plate if they can. Just one out in the inning. Here comes that pitch, a swing and a miss. Bub a little late on that one. Now 1-2. Bub hitting .309, a homer, 19 driven in. Had 7 walks, and that's a .385 on-base percentage. The 1-2 pitch popped him up, and that one will go back behind us again, out of play. Holding it a ball and 2 strikes. Hunter Minnick is due next for Hedgesville.
Bub, 11 strikeouts on the year, but we've seen him have some pretty long at-bats throughout the course of this season. I think it was a 9-pitch at-bat, his first AB against Martinsburg on Friday. So although he's got 11 strikeouts, certainly is able to fight off some pitches and have some long at-bats against opposing pitchers.
And the 1-2 pitch comes inside and hits him. He tried to spin out of the way, and as he did, that one got him, I think, almost right on the funny bone. Maybe the forearm, can't quite tell, as he is clearly in pain heading down that first base line. Eric Grove asking for time. He wants to check on his player at first, and yeah, it really looks like he's holding that front left elbow. That is not what Myers wanted there. You had the hitter, a ball and 2 strikes, and the hit by pitch now loads him up and still just 1 away.
Musselmen had him loaded in the top of the first. Could not get a run around. 1 down here for Hedgesville and a golden opportunity.
The trainer coming out to take a look. He's okay, just got to shake it off. Ready to go again with the bases loaded. West, the runner at third. Connor, the courtesy runner for Aiden Milton at second. Riley Bob aboard at first, and here comes Hunter Minnick, senior right fielder, batting in the number 5 spot in the order. And boy, does he have a fan club here, as you could hear the cheering. 3 hits, 13 at bats, no homers, 5 driven in. Chance to pick up some more runs here. And the pitch to the plate. Fastball stays high. He holds up, and it's ball 1. Minnick a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts, a .313 on base percentage. Next delivery. That one misses high. 2 balls and no strikes, and clearly Jason Myers laboring with control like we did not see when we called the game he threw last Wednesday.
Yeah, this is certainly not the same guy on the mound.
The freshman looks at the runner at third. Here comes the pitch, and that one misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. There's no place to put him, and the bases are loaded thanks to 2 walks and a hit by pitch. So Myers doing it to himself right now. Needs to mentally get through this. The 3-0 on the way. There you go, right down the middle. Minnick taking all the way, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, no reason to take that bat off the shoulder. I'm not sure what Coach Grove allows in terms of 3-0 green light. We've seen more and more of that at the high school level.
3-1, and it's hit high and deep into left field. Jacob Miller moving back on it. He's got it. West will tag at third and race to the plate, and Hedgesville takes the 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly from Hunter Minnick. 1-0 Hedgesville. The other runners staying put at first and second.
Did a job. RBI number 6 on the year for Hunter Minnick. Hit it deep enough that it was an easy jog to home for Kyle West. Run number, 24 now on the season for Kyle West?
There it is, 24 runs scored. When he gets on, the guys behind him have done their job to bring him around. Now Tyler Smith will try to make something happen with 2 outs in the inning. Breaking pitch a bit up and in for ball 1.
Good pitch, though. A borderline pitch, just a bit inside.
Yeah, nice movement. Myers looking at the runner at second. Second baseman over near the bag. The pitch to the plate in on the hands of Smith, who fights it off. A foul ball out of play first base side.
Yeah, was just able to get the handle around. Hand's not quite quick enough to get around on that fastball. At least at that location.
Ready Myers to the plate, and the pitch down low. 2 balls and a strike, and he has really struggled to consistently find that strike zone here in this first inning. The runners with their leads. Lord at first playing in front of the runner there as the pitch down and in. Smith just casually lifted the back leg out of the way so it didn't get hit by that pitch. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Can Myers battle back and get the outs? Here comes that pitch, and Smith lines it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Jacob Miller is over. Here's the throw coming in, and it will be cut off. No throw to the plate as scoring from second is Braylon Connor. And that is a 2-0 Hedgesville lead on the RBI base hit from Tyler Smith.
Heck of a time for your 8th hit of the year, 5th run of the year driven in, and that's one way to start your senior night.
There it is. And good base running for Braylon Connor and aggressive on the base paths. Nicky Brown down in that third base coach's box had that arm a-churning. The wheel was rolling. Hey, go.
Your courtesy runner better have some wheels. He's on there for one purpose.
First pitch to Kobe Blau, taken for strike 1. Blau, the second baseman, number 7 hitter in the order, and you're not going to guess this, a senior. Here's the pitch, and it's a hard hit ground ball towards the second baseman. Over to his left, Sam Simpson picks it up, makes the throw on to first, and Blau on a couple of pitches will ground out 4-3. It brings the inning to a close, but Hedgesville strikes first, thanks in large part to a couple of walks and a hit by pitch, a sac fly, and an RBI single has Hedgesville in the lead after 1. Hedgesville 2 and Musselmen nothing.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
Moving to inning number 2 for the Musselman Applemen. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Liam Wilson, third baseman, stands in against A.J. Fodor. And the first pitch of the at-bat taken for strike 1. Fodor in that first inning, 22 pitches. 12 went for strikes. No runs allowed. A couple of hits. Walked a batter. Was able to strand the bases loaded. Misses with this pitch a bit down and away. 1-1 to count. So Hedgesville got out of a bases-loaded jam, did not give up a run. Musselman not as fortunate, giving up a pair. Breaking pitch in for a called strike 2. Wilson watching that one go by.
Good breaking pitches. Wilson leaning out of the way just a bit as that one coming in. Ended up right over the heart of the plate.
Chokes up on the bat a little bit and takes that 1-2 pitch low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trenton Wolf and Trevor Bohr due next. 6 came to the plate in that top of the first inning for Musselman. Here's the pitch, down the low and outside. Good at bat for Wilson. He now is ahead in the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wilson, 12 hits in 37 at bats. That's a .324 average. Swings and sends this one into center field, dropping quickly and down for a base hit. Thomas Butka moving over to his left. Looked like he may try to charge it and then made the decision he wasn't going to get there.
And boy, did Wilson muscle that one out. That one you could tell not only where that pitch was coming in, but the sound it made off the bat. That one was off the handle. Muscling that one in the air to center field.
A base runner for the Musselman Applemen. Brings up Trenton Wolf. Smith holding that runner at first. Wolf near the back of the box. And there goes the runner, and the pitch to the plate, taken for a strike and no throw even needed. Liam Wilson stole that on Fodor. I mean, he was headed as soon as Fodor started movement.
Yeah, first move on the base paths, the minute you see anything flinch, whether it's back foot, front foot, and just any time there's a flinch,
Now the 0-1 is due. Here it comes. On the outside edge, taken for a called strike 2.
And Milton was coming up firing there, just could not get a good grasp on the baseball. Certainly looked like Wilson would have been in with ease.
Here's a swing and a ball on a sinking liner, gloved by the shortstop West, who throws on the run and pulls the first baseman Smith off the bag down the line. Safe at first is Trenton Wolf. That'll be an infield base hit. Kyle West ranged deep into the hole and had to throw that one while kind of fading away from first base.
Yeah, has to throw that immediately as he gets the baseball. If he stops to set his feet, there's no way there's a play at first.
So that base hit will put runners at first and second as Wilson, with the play in front of him, had to stay put there. Smith will again play in front of the runner. First two have reached in this Musselman second. Brings up Trevor Bohr, and first pitch swinging, he grounds it towards the second baseman. Blau has it, goes to second for one. West looks at first, now pivots and looks at third. The only out is Trenton Wolf, erased at the second base bag. Runners at the corners with one away.
And you get the first out. Fielder's choice going to go 4-6. Not the lead runner, but keeps the runner out of scoring position.
Go back to the top of the order. Kyle Lohr stands in for his second at bat against Fodor. A line out to left, his first time up. Chance to bring home a run, and a throw over to first to keep Bohr close there. 2-0 Hedgesville, but Musselmen threatening. They threatened in the first, but left 3 as they stranded the bases loaded. The left-hander awaits, and Lohr takes, and the fastball misses outside, ball 1. Baden Hartman due next. Musselman missing that opportunity in the first inning. Can ill afford to miss the opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch, and it's hit in the air into left field. Cam Lady ranging over. How deep is it? He's going to make that throw to the relay, and sliding in safely at the plate is Liam Wilson. And Musselman is on the board on the sacrifice fly from Kyle Lohr.
Yeah, just doing jobs, station to station baseball, moving from base to base. A good stolen base that ends up being very crucial in that inning. And Cam Lady shallow enough that I wasn't sure whether they were going to send Wilson or not. Play cut off pretty much even with where the runner was coming down the third base line, and Liam Wilson just not quite enough mustard on it coming from left field.
So now a runner at first, the only base runner remaining as the throw goes over to send Bohr back in. 2 down with that sac fly from Kyle Lohr, and it brings up Baden Hartman, who had a single into left center his first time up. And he swings and grounds this one. A fair ball. It went over top of the third base bag. Making his turn is Bohr. He'll head for third, and he is going to be held up there. Stopping at second with a stand-up double is Baden Hartman.
And the bat's continuing to stay hot for Musselman. It's been a big part of why they've won 4 of their last 5, and no different here so far. 2 hits in the first inning, and now 3 here in the second.
That'll be the 5th double of the season for Baden Hartman. 2 more in scoring position. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second, and it brings up Blake Hartman, and he singled to left his first time up. A.J. Fodor has the sign and delivers the pitch. Aiden Milton blocking that one low and outside for ball 1. Milton has done a nice job defensively behind the plate, as we've seen him several times this season. Chance for Musselman to tie or even take the lead as Hartman, second on this team, make it third on this team in runs batted in at 19. Right-hand batter takes a fastball away, 2 balls and no strikes. And now Hartman will be intentionally walked. They're not going to pitch to him. Got to imagine, though, you walk him to get to Jacob Miller, who's got 3 home runs and 25 runs driven in. He did ground out to the second baseman his first time up. Swings at the first pitch and lines it over the head of the third baseman. That is in for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Here comes another. The throw to the infield, holding runners at second and third. But there you go. The Musselman Applemen have taken the lead.
And Jacob Miller making them pay there for the intentional walk. It not Not one that you see a whole lot, intentionally walking a 435 hitter. Okay, sometimes you see that one, but when there's a 429 hitter with 25, now 27 runs driven in on the year, not one you usually see.
Back-to-back doubles make it 3-2 Musselmen. 2 more in scoring position for Jason Myers, who swings and misses at strike 1. So you had the double from Hartman. I guess technically Blake Hartman had the intention to walk in between, but back-to-back hits then as Miller delivered that double to bring home a pair. Pitch low and outside. Count 1-1 to Myers. He was walked his first time up. 2 in scoring position. If Myers can put it in play. That 1-1 delivery. Fastball on the outer edge for a called strike 2. Nice pitch. Good speed on the base paths right now. With Hartman at third and Miller at second. The 1-2 strike delivery. Here it comes, a bouncing ball towards the third baseman. Over is Bub. He's got it, and the throw to first in plenty of time. Nice defensive play moving to his left as Bub able to play that about waist-high hop. Plant his feet and make that strong throw to first. The out 5-3 brings the inning to a close, but Musselman puts 3 on the board. And as we go to the bottom of the second, it's now Musselman 3, Hedgesville 2.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Let's go to the bottom half of inning number 2 here at Eagle Field. Hedgesville now trailing 3-2. Let's see how Jason Myers fares in his second inning. Matt, 31 pitches needed, facing 7 batters and giving up 2 runs but only 1 base hit in that bottom of the first.
I will say the last time we saw him in the 8 innings he went out at Spring Mills, he did get more comfortable as the game went on. He didn't labor as much as he did in the first inning in this game, as he was able to get to the 8th inning when you look at pitch count. But he certainly got more in a zone as that game went on. At one point, it struck out 6 straight batters in that game, so maybe just a little rough out of the gate. We'll see what the second, third have in store. And going to start with A.J. Fodor here.
Actually ended up striking out 8 straight as I look back through that box score from last Wednesday. Fodor takes up an in ball 1, and as you said, later in the game when he got those consecutive strikeouts, misses up and in here, 2 balls and no strikes. Struck out the side in the 7th, struck out the side in the 8th, and struck out the only 2 batters he got to face in the 9th inning before he had to be pulled via the pitch count. 2-0, fouled back over the press box, out of play. 2-1 now on A.J. Fodor.
Yeah, you understand the pitch count. It's there for a reason. It's there to save the arms of these young kids. But in that game, you're going, man, I don't want to see him come out because he's really locked in.
2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. 2-2.
Fodor looking for his first hit of the season, 0 for 7, 5 strikeouts as well.
He's a guy that has done well on the mound. Hasn't been called on to hit a lot so far this season. Shows a good eye here, takes that one down low. And it's 3-2. He hasn't had a walk yet either. We'll see if he can find a way to get on here. Myers ready. That 3-ball, 2-strike pitch, and it is taken at the knees. That is a called strike 3. Fodor was coming out of the box thinking that pitch had missed low, but that is a called strike, and Myers has his first strikeout of the day, his 31st on the season.
The inside corner, good pitch for the fastball. Even if Fodor's able to get around, I think best case scenario there, he fouls that one off. Good location.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Cam Lady. He looks at strike one. That was a key for Myers the other night. Boy, he was getting ahead of every hitter. Off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss. Really had Lady fooled on that one.
Yeah, he completely transferred his weight to the front. I'm not sure whether he was guessing fastball, but all of that weight had shifted to the front of his body by the time that bat came around.
He gets a piece of that 0-2 pitch, fouling it straight back. Holding it no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, skimmed off the catcher's mask on the way through. Not quite straight back.
Yeah.
You could hear the double thud, if you will.
Lady a senior with a .455 on base percentage to go along with that .333 batting average. Getting a piece of this 0-2 pitch, fouls it. First base side, that one back over the netting and out of play.
Pitch 5 of the at-bat coming up. Myers hasn't missed the zone yet in this at-bat.
Now that 0-2, and he misses here. A little high and outside. Again, good pitch, though, to try to get that batter maybe to go after it. The 1-2 delivery. Check swing on a pitch that ends up down in the dirt. 2-2 the count.
But another good chase pitch. That breaking ball starting about belt high, then missing in the dirt. You're going to get a lot of guys to go after that.
Really late appeal to Buck Hoffmaster at first, and he says no swing. Now the pitch, and this one's popped up into right field. Trevor Bohr started back, now comes charging in, over towards the line, makes a dive, it's off his glove. Stays in fair territory where the second baseman Sam Simpson goes out to pick it up, and Cam Lady motors into second, and he'll have a double.
Great effort in right field by Trevor Bohr. Looked like he may have had it for a moment, but bouncing in and out of the glove, but landed on the line right there, diving in right field, just could not quite come up with it.
And he didn't get a real good read off the bat, and I think there was the issue because he kind of started back and then had to come charging not only in but over towards the line. As you said, a tremendous effort, but it ends up being a double for Cam Lady, his 4th on the season. A 2-out base runner for Thomas Budka. Back to the leadoff spot. Pitch to the plate on the inside corner for strike one. 3-2 Musselmen leading. Hedgesville batting, bottom of the second. Budka 0 for 1 with a fly out to right, his first time up. Here comes the pitch, and he pops it foul back out of play. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Now Myers a pitch away from getting the second out of the inning. 1 down with that runner at second. You got Kyle West, Aiden Milton, Riley Bubb due next. It's pretty good hitters in this Hedgesville order. Here's a bouncing ball in the hole past the shortstop who was over trying to hold the runner at second. That gets out into left field. Jacob Miller, the left fielder, getting it into Liam Wilson at third. Cam Lady goes from second to third, and Budka is on with the base hit. There's that case where when you keep that shortstop over there trying to keep the runner close at second base, he's not in position. If he is in his normal spot, you have a chance for an out there. As is, a double and a single with 1 out has put the tying run at third. Runners at the corners for Kyle West. You really don't mind that at all because West is a left-hand hitter, gives him a big hole on that right side of the infield, and he backs out of the way of a high fastball.
Didn't quite back out, really just leaned that upper body out.
West drew a walk, stole a base, came around to score in that first inning. The left-hand batter takes this pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hedgesville put 2 on the board on just 1 hit in that first inning. Couple of hits here in the second inning. Still looking for a run, and they've got it here. West hits a looping liner out into right field. That drops in for a hit. Bohr is going to fire with the runner heading towards third. Not in time, and that allows West to go into second on a hard slide. He's got an RBI base hit. His 28th run batted in on the season. It scores Lady from third, and we got a tie ball game at 3.
And that's heads-up base running for Kyle West. That's a senior right there on the base pads. Rounding first, realizing that throw was going all the way to third, and he never really stopped moving once he rounded first. That might as well have been a double to the gap the way he was moving.
Now Aiden Milton with an opportunity to give Hedgesville the lead with 1 out and 2 in scoring position here in the bottom of the second, tied at 3. And the pitch to Milton outside, ball 1. He drew a base on balls and came around to score back in that first inning. His 14th walk on the year. He needs a hit to even that back up, and he sends this one into the gap in left center field. Jacob Miller ranging back on it, and the left fielder makes the grab. But tagging at third and coming home is Thomas Budka. He'll give Hedgesville the lead, now out in front 4-3. Another sacrifice fly.
Seen a couple of those on each side today, Matt.
That has been the scoring option so far for both of these teams, and give them credit. Guys at the plate doing their job. Get it out of the infield and give your guy at third a chance to score.
With it to left field, Kyle West still stands at second base. With Riley Bubb in the batter's box and 2 outs, you would imagine anything that gets past the infield is probably a run scored with the speed of West. Moving on the sound of the bat.
Pitch missing a little up and away for ball one to Bubb, who was hit by a pitch back in that first inning. But that one caught him in that front elbow. You notice he's got a little guard or something on it right now. Here comes that pitch. He turns on it, rips it high, deep, and very foul down the left field line, way out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, definitely had the contact. But as you said, way out in front.
Counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes his time before stepping back in. Right-hand pitcher versus right-hand hitter, and the pitch on the outside corner for a strike now, 1-2. Nice pitch from Myers, trying to get out of this one without any further damage. He'll look at the runner at second. Second baseman near the bag. Pitch down low, gets by Hartman. That one through to the backstop. It should be a wild pitch as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Kyle West makes his way to third base. West moved up on a wild pitch when he reached back in that first inning. So another run just 90 feet away with 2 outs. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in inning number 2. Myers to the plate, and the pitch, a foul tip hung on to by Baden Hartman. That is a strikeout, and the side is retired. But after scoring a pair in the first inning, Hedgesville adds 2 more in their second at-bat, answering the 3 runs from Musselmen in the top of the second. And as we go to inning number 3, it is Hedgesville 4, Musselmen 3.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
For Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10 Sports, Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford, John Alderton running our TV10 camera, Donald Kinney, our on-site producer, our engineer at the studio, Colin McLaughlin. Well, plenty of scoring early on in this one. Hedgesville scored 2 in the first. Musselman answered with 3 in the second. Hedgesville scored 2 more in their half of the second. And as we go to inning number 3, 4-3, Hedgesville in front. And with your play-by-play, here's Matt.
Thanks, sir. 10 hits combined so far. As we go to the top of inning number 3, A.J. Fodor in his first start on the year's 8th appearance. Going scoreless in the top of the first. Again, Matt mentioned the 3 he last at bat for the Applemen. It'll be Jackson Shockey leading it off. 6, 7, 8 due up this half inning. First pitch to Shockey bounces in, ball 1.
8 guys came to the plate in that Musselman top of the second inning. Shockey the only one that didn't get to swing in that half inning.
Fodor out of the stretch. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. That one also low. Ball 2. That one had a little more elevation on it than the first pitch. Made it the complete 60 feet 6 inches. Quickly into that motion. Here is the 2-0. That one low 3-0.
A couple of walks, one in each half inning that Fodor has been on the hill and has thrown 20 or more pitches in both half innings.
Here comes the 3-0 pitch. That one low as well, and a 4-pitch walk. And Jackson Shockey is aboard to lead off inning number 3.
Shockey with his 9th walk on the season. And for a second straight inning, the leadoff batter reaches for Musselmen.
Liam Wilson led off the second inning. A single would later come around to score. The righty steps in. A very short lead by Shockey at first base. Does get a little bit bigger on the secondary. This one going the opposite field for Liam Wilson, and that's down for a base hit. Shockey going to round second, then throw the brakes on. Retreat back to the bag. And the first 2 runners are aboard for Musselman in the top of inning number 3.
Wilson now 2 for 2, had a single to center back in that second inning, and a solid base hit out into right center field here. Musselman has something going.
Certainly has the feeling of a high-scoring ball game.
Coach Brian Klepner giving some instructions out of that first base coach's box. I tell you, he didn't look 5 days over 50.
Trenton Wolf steps in. Stands in the back of that batter's box and turns on the breaking ball he waited on. Working back is Lady. He sticks that left hand up and makes the catch for out number 1. Both runners stay put.
Boy, there for a moment, I thought that one was going to carry over his head. He did not have a great angle on that one, but once he got over, was able to do that back pedal and stay underneath of it.
And we've seen a couple plays tonight, whether the play's been made or not, that it just doesn't seem like the outfielders are getting a great read. The sun not really playing in effect tonight at all.
No, but you
and
got
not
that,
an ounce of wind.
It's that twilight kind of sky, though.
Trevor Bohr, the number 9 hitter in the order, steps in. Grounded into a fielder's choice, but reached his first at-bat. Flies this one into deep center field. Butka working over. He will make the catch. Tagging up from second is Shockey. He will get to third as that throw is off target. Moving off the bag is Riley Bubb. Just keeps that one in front. 2 down.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of these Musselman hitters. 3 straight batters going after the first pitch they see after a 4-pitch walk to Jackson Shockey. A single and then a couple of flyouts. But if it's
back over to first. Back in with ease, standing up is Liam Wilson.
And we saw the aggressiveness of Wilson on the base paths the last time, stealing very quickly.
He does get that lead. Pretty decent lead for a guy his size over there. First pitch to Lure. That one misses outside. Ball 1.
And you wonder if you try to steal him, put 2 in scoring position, or right now you like the fact that you got that hole with a left-hand hitter up.
Check back over to first. No concern for Liam Wilson. Again, back in, standing up.
He doesn't have that big lead like he had when he was on in that second inning and went literally on first motion from Fodor.
Fodor ready with the 1-0. Here it is. Fastball. Low inside, ball 2. Count now 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter in the Appleman order.
When will we see our first 1-2-3 half inning in this one? Both of these pitchers so far have worked into and for the most part out of trouble in a 4-3 game.
Wilson is on the move. Here comes that 2-0. It's a called strike at the plate. Throw down, and did they get him? They did. The throw right on the money. West able to make the tag on the throw from Aiden Milton, and that will retire the side with Leah Wilson getting thrown out at second base. Bottom of the third. When we come back, it's Hedgesville 4, Musselman 3.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. 4-3 as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. Hedgesville with the lead at home. It's senior night here at the Nest. For the Eagles, it'll be Hunter Bennick, Tyler Smith, and Colby Blau. That is 5, 6, 7 due up in the order here in the bottom of inning number 3. It's been 2s being the wild number for Hedgesville so far through this one. 2 runs in the bottom of the first, 2 runs in the bottom of the second, hoping to keep that trend going, extend their lead, and double up the Musselmen Appleman 6-4. Back out is Jason Myers on the mound. This will be his 3rd inning as the starter. Throw down to second. The warm-up pitches are done, and we're just about ready to get underway here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Matt, I want to take you back to last Wednesday when Myers threw 113 pitches, reaching that 110 limit in the midst of an at-bat, so he's allowed to finish it. But he went 8 2/3 innings before getting to that total. We've got him at 57 pitches coming into this 3rd inning in this matchup. That gives you an idea of the struggle that he has had with his control compared to last start.
Minnick steps in. Drove in a run his first at-bat as he lifted one to left field. This one going into shallow left field, working over is the shortstop Trenton Wolf in shallow left, and he will make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the bottom of inning number 3.
A play you typically see the shortstop make. He's got a better angle and an easier read on it than that third baseman Wilson, backpedaling and clearly not deep enough for Jacob Miller to get in out of left. Nicely played by Wolf.
Tyler Smith steps in, the righty, an RBI single in his first at-bat. First pitch to him inside, backs out of the way. Although not with a whole lot of urgency. I think he would have been all right at that one. Skimmed him on the way by, and he could jog down to first.
Well, he had an RBI single his first time up, his 8th hit and his 5th run batted in on the season.
Out of the windup on Myers. Here comes that 1-0. This one right up the middle, moving over on is Wolf. He's up with it on the second base side of the second base bag, and he will fire over to first. Lower there to make the catch. 2 down. Great play by Trenton Wolf. That one getting over the head of Jason Myers, getting right in front of the bag at second base, and Wolf's momentum taking him all the way over to really almost where the second baseman plays on the, from our angle, right side, left side if you're in the field of the second base bag, and makes the play.
Yeah, and he stayed with it because he didn't really field it cleanly. Seemed like he was bobbling just a little bit, but made a complete spin, and then coming out of the spin, a very accurate and quick throw to first.
The batter is Colby Blau. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner, and Matt just 1 out away from that 1-2-3 inning you were talking about. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. That in for strike 2.
All right, we're a pitch away from that.
You knocking on wood yet?
Nope.
That's right, you don't believe in the broadcasters, Jinx. Here comes that 0-2 from Myers. That one a little low, as you could see the dirt fly up at the feet of Baden Harbin. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
No, actually, I don't believe in wood, but it's too expensive in this day and age.
It is. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Jason Myers. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 at the plate. They go in order in the bottom of inning number 3. We'll go to the 4th. When we come back, Hedgesville leads Musselmen 4-3.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
It is a beautiful night for baseball as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Hedgesville with the one-run lead, 4-3 over Musselmen. The sun almost down, although really hasn't been a factor all night as the clouds doing their job and shading the sun a bit. Lights starting to take effect here. Won't take effect for another 20 minutes or so fully. Matt Crawford, Matt Miller here with you as your broadcast team. Donald Kenny, our on-site producer. John Alderton, our TV 10 cameraman. Colin McLaughlin is back at the studio. Out of the stretch is A.J. Fodor. Here's the first pitch. That one low inside to Kyle Lohr, who gets a fresh at-bat. It was a 2-1 count to him when Liam Wilson was caught stealing to end the top of inning number 3. So he will step in, count 1-0. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. That one bouncing in. Ball 2.
He is 0 for 1 with a line out to left. Last time up in that second inning, a fly ball out to left, but it's a sac fly and a run batted in, so it does not count against him as an at-bat.
Lohr steps back in. The lefty crowding the plate. Here comes the 2-0. This one ripped into right field, and Minnick's not going to get there. That'll bounce past him all the way to the wall, rounding first. Easily a double. Will he try for 3? Lohr is not slowing up at all. He's going to try for the triple. Here comes the relay. That one getting to Riley Bubb, but it pulls him off the bag almost into left field, and it's a leadoff triple for Kyle Lohr.
Yeah, Lohr put a charge into that one. Minnick had no chance to try to get back to it, and the speed of Lohr on display, rounding second and making his way to third, and that is his second triple on the season.
The leadoff man reaching the last 3 innings for the Applemen. It was a single in the second, a walk in the third, and now a triple to lead things off here in inning number 4. Baden Hartman steps in. That one low in the dirt, bouncing away from Aiden Milton. At third base, Lohr did not get a good read on it. If he did, that probably would have tied this thing up at 4.
Yeah, certainly had the opportunity, but again, if you don't see it cleanly, the last thing you want to do is make that first out at the plate. Don't take the bat out of the hand of Hartman with a chance to try to bring you in.
Hartman, halfway to the cycle, a single and a double. Came around to score a run in the second. As he steps back in, slightly open stance. That front foot shaded out. Here comes the 1-0. That one called strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike.
Matt, there seems to be some action in the Hedgesville bullpen down the right field line in behind the Nelson Shoppert batting cages.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one driven the opposite way into right field, and that's an RBI single for Baden Hartman. We are tied at 4. Hartman drives in his 14th run of the year and his 25th hit on the 2021 campaign.
They continue to hit the baseball. 9 hits, what we would have for them so far in this one. And a long stroll to the mound, the slow walk for manager Eric Grove, and he's going to take the baseball.
So Fodor's day will end with 3+ innings. We'll get into those numbers a little bit more when we come back. Coming on is Braylon Connor, and he will be your next pitcher. Back to the station. Let's take a 1-minute break while Connor gets in his warm-up tosses. We are tied at 4 in the top of the 4th inning between Hedgesville and Musselmen. We're back in a minute.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Certainly looks like at this point a clean swap as Braylon Connor on the mound. A.J. Fodor, 3+ innings, giving up 9 hits walking 3, striking out 1, still 1 runner on base. That is his responsibility, so can't quite close the book on him yet. All 4 his responsibility to this point.
Meanwhile, for Braylon Connor, his 3rd appearance on the mound, no starts, no record, an ERA at 15.75. But he's only thrown 2 2/3 innings, has given up 6 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, but also 4 base on balls.
Blake Hartman going to be the first batter that Connor sees. The righty steps in, fouls this one off, and a great snag at third base by Josh Hartman. He shakes his head at his eldest son. And that was very impressive reflexes down the third base line. I'm not sure you were able to see it due to where our camera is in the dugout, but that was a 2-handed grab on a scorcher foul down the third base line. Good play, coach. 0-1 the count to Hartman. Here comes that 0-1. Fastball just misses, ball 1.
Now you see a little bit more speed on those deliveries so far from Braylon Connor. Got to be able to hit that location.
Hartman stands in, awaiting that 1-1 pitch. Here it is, a breaking ball. That one misses high, ball 2. Baden Hartman stays at first base, and not sure we can mention many more Hartmans in one inning. One at the plate, one at first, and one the head coach down the third base line even making a play. Connor looks in. Here's the 2-1. This one lifted over towards right field. That one going to get out of play. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And right now, Musselmen with their 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 6 left, 5 in scoring position. Hedgesville's put 4 on the board on 4 hits with no errors. They've stranded 3, 2 in scoring position. Plenty of scoring in this one all the way around.
Baden Hartman gets that lead off first base. Blake Hartman stands in awaiting the 2-2 pitch. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Connor. That one low, ball 3. Counts run full.
And there's the issue. We mentioned it when we gave his numbers, and we've seen it a lot this year. Some guys with pretty decent strikeout to innings pitched numbers, but then you add in those walks, and you can't walk every batter for every batter that you strike out.
You can, it's just not very effective. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one fouled off, and Hartman will stay alive. That one going out of play over top the bleachers to our right, belonging to mostly Hedgesville fans, but some opposing high school players, not sure JV or varsity, taking in the games tonight. I see a couple of Martinsburg hats, a couple of Spring Mills hats.
Yeah, the only
in
two
all different
teams
shapes and colors. Is there's
playing
dark blue,
tonight.
light blue. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up as Hartman steps back in. Here is from Connor, and this one drilled into center field for a base hit. And the streak continues. The first 3 reach with at least a base hit. It was a triple to lead it off for Kyle Lohr, then back-to-back singles now for the Hartman brothers. And Jacob Miller will step in with a runner in scoring position and 2 on.
Look at that top part of the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits out of 8 at-bats so far for those top 3 guys in the order for Musselmen.
Miller an RBI double after Blake Hartman was intentionally walked his last at-bat in the second. Miller stands in. Here comes the first pitch from Connor. And boy, does he turn on this one. Not sure it's going to get by Lady. He's on the run, and it certainly will. That'll one bounce the wall. Baden Hartman going to round third. He's coming home. Blake Hartman going to be held at third, and another double. This one driving in the 3rd run of the game for Jacob Miller. And Musselman regains the lead 5-4 on a deep double to left field.
He has doubled each of his last 2 at-bats. Give him another run batted in there as well. So he's got 3 RBI up to 28 on the season. And you see why he is in that cleanup spot in the order. And by the way, close the book now on the starter A.J. Fodor as all 5 runs on the board go to his credit.
Brings up Jason Myers. Again, hoping to help his own cause. 2 runners in scoring position, still nobody down in the top of inning number 4. Jackson Shockey stands in the on-deck circle. Braylon Connor looks in. Here's that first pitch, a breaking ball, high and outside, ball 1. Myers has been intentionally walked and a ground out victim. So officially 0 for 1 on the stat sheet. Here comes that 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Count even 1-1.
Bub at third, Smith at first, playing in the middle infielders pretty much back at normal depth with runners at second and third.
Here comes the 1-1, another breaking ball, and a swing and a miss. Myers behind the count 1-2. He's got 9 driven in on the year. 10 standing 90 feet away, 11 180 feet away. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. This one misses. Low and away. Count even at 2.
Well, and Myers says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, no, I'm not striking out.
I was going to say, that was the 3rd or 4th breaking ball we've seen. I'm not sure if there's been a fastball thrown this at-bat. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Connor. Swing and a miss. And Jason Myers is retired on the fastball that was low and inside, but he did get Myers to chase 1 down here in the top of the 4th.
There you go. Big strikeout for Connor to get that out without a chance for either runner to try to advance. As again, Hedgesville keeps the corners in, but the middle infielders back.
Jackson Shockey steps in. He reached on a 4-pitch walk. His last at-bat. Swings through this one, strike 1. Shockey, a even 10 runs driven in on the season. Here comes the 0-1, a called strike at the plate. Now Shockey going to have to go into protect mode with 2 strikes on him. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Runners get their lead off the bags. Not a big one for Blake Hartman at third base. Time called as Connor will quickly retow that pitching rubber, and Shockey going to step back in. Jacob Miller gets his lead off second base. Nobody playing behind the runner. Here comes that 0-2 to Shockey. That fastball low in the dirt, good block by Aiden Milton. Count 1-2.
Hey, we've seen how many sacrifice flies so far in this one? That's really all you want here. You've got 1 out. You've got 2 on in scoring position. You want Shockey to get this one out of the infield.
Shockey in open stance in that right-hand batter's box. Here comes that 1-2. Got him on the handles. He drives that the other way, and that'll drop in for a single. Hartman having to tag up from third. Plenty of speed. He will come in to score on the RBI single for Jackson Shockey. Moving to third is Jacob Miller.
And the hitting contagious in this lineup as they continue to hit the baseball. 12 hits what we would have so far through just 3 1/3 innings.
Shockey just muscling that one to right field, in on his hands. Was able to go the opposite way with it. In no man's land in shallow right field. Runner at the corners. Jacob Miller at third, Shockey at first. And that one comes in and hits Liam Wilson. Bases are loaded, 1 down.
You know, Wilson quickly trying to jump back from that one, and it seemed to catch him in the upper arm on that left arm that was facing the pitcher.
Some more action down the right field line. Looking at the hair, that may be Jackson Ruest warming up.
It is Ruest. We do get the indication here in the press box.
Bases loaded for Trenton Wolf. He flies this one out into foul territory down the right field line, and everybody going to run out of real estate. Colby Blau losing the hat as he came over from second base. Hunter Minnick coming in from right field, and Smith retreating, the first baseman. Count 0-1 to Trenton Wolf. Yeah, Ruest, some of the easiest hair to recognize.
Yeah. Well, and Blau as well.
Yeah.
We saw him go out with his parents for senior night, and I said clearly he gets his hair from his mom. You could tell the long locks there. Dad with the much cleaner, shorter cut.
Wolf an infield single today. He is 1 for 2. Here comes the 0-1. Good breaking ball in for strike 2. Wolf stands near the back of that box. Slightly open stance. Not as major as Shockey. And Connor going to step off the mound. Now we'll tow that pitching rubber again. Looks in. Gets the pitch he wants. 1 down, bases loaded. A big pitch coming up here. Here's that 0-2 inside, and Wolf just able to get out of the way. Hit batter there, and that's another run.
Yeah, they're loaded. There's no place to put him. Still just 1 out. This is a huge at-bat in this game.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one outside. Good backhanded stab by Aiden Milton to keep that one in front. Good eye by Trenton Wolf. Count even at 2.
Look back, Hedgesville with 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Musselmen had 3 in the second. They've added 3 here in the fourth.
Wolf 1 RBI on the year. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. That low and inside, ball 3. And after getting ahead in the count 0-2, Connor's not been able to put away Trenton Wolf. Still a pitch to do it, but also a pitch away from Musselmen getting their 7th run of the ball game and their 4th of the inning. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one low, ball 4. 4 straight missed the zone after getting ahead of Trenton Wolf. 0-2. Coming in is Jacob Miller from third. And Musselman's lead 7-4.
Second run batted in on the season for Wolf. The junior shortstop played basketball. I think maybe even a little banged up coming from basketball into baseball. And so took a little extra time for him to get in the needed practices and get himself ready to go. Even took some at-bats on the JV level just to be able to get in some swings and some opportunities, and then joining the varsity team, and has done well since being out there.
Visit to the mound is over. West has come back from the bullpen down the right field line, so you would imagine that leash probably short on the mound for Braylon Connor.
9th batter to hit in the inning. Remember, Kyle Lohr out of the leadoff spot got this whole mess started, about 15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
11 minutes and 49 seconds ago, to be exact. It is Trevor Bohr. The lefty stands in, takes a fastball, strike 1. That one on the outside edge of the plate. Good zip on that fastball. Bohr 0 for 2 so far today. Bases loaded. That one skips away from Aiden Milton, and the runners will stay where they are. Not a whole lot of speed with Shockey at third base, and that one quickly getting away from Aiden Milton, but he also was very quick to go get that baseball.
Well, they had a good carom off this concrete backstop and ricocheted back out where he was able to get to it.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one driven the opposite way, but foul down the left field line, out of play. Strike 2. And another big pitch coming up here for Braylon Connor.
Well, yeah, this is the pitch. He did get the strikeout of Myers for the first out of the inning on a 2-2 pitch. But as we've seen, getting that last pitch across has been the challenge. He's gotten to 2 strikes on some batters, but hasn't been able to put them away.
Here comes the 1-2. A breaking ball and a late decision to swing for Trevor Bohr, and he is retired on strikes, 2 down. And now the second strikeout in relief for Braylon Connor.
And that one may have been one that ended up missing a little high out of the zone, but nonetheless, Bohr thought, at the last second, that's close enough. I need to try to get the bat on it, and couldn't do it.
Back to the top of the order, Kyle Lohr. He led off the inning with a triple down the right field line. He takes strike 1.
Yeah, that was his first hit on the night. Now 1 for 2 with a sac fly as well.
Connor out of the windup. Ready, and here comes that 1-0 pitch. This one low. Hit hard to first base, but a good scoop over at first by Tyler Smith. Got that one on a hop with the glove on the left hand, and that will retire the side. Only 3 unassisted. 4 come across in the top half of the 4th inning for the Athelmen. They lead 7-4. The bottom of the 4th when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
To the bottom of the 4th we go. 4 runs in the top of the 4th for the Athelmen. They have the lead over Hedgesville on the road, 7-4. And, Matt, it has not been a game where we are looking for hits. If you're an offensive baseball fan, this is your kind of game.
12 hits for Musselmen to this point, 4 for Hedgesville, so 16 in the ball game. A lot of offense here, and Matt, Caps and Bruins, a lot of offense in period number 1. 3:23 left in the first, and the Bruins have a 2-1 lead. TJ Oshie with the lone goal for the Capitals. That is on our AM and FM radio signals as we bring you baseball over our internet broadcast feed, audio-wise, and through WRNR TV on YouTube, and, of course, TV 10 throughout Berkeley and Jefferson counties. By the way, let's check on that national score as well. End of 2 in Chicago. The Cubs with a 3-0 lead over the Nationals, scoring 1 in the first and 2 in the second. We got some high school scores to tell you about as well.
It's John Lester's return to Chicago. It'll be Braylon Connor hitting in the pitcher spot for A.J. Fodor as he takes ball 1. It'll be 8-9-1 hitting for the Eagles. In need of 3 runs to tie. 1-0 pitch, low inside, ball 2. 2 walks and a hit batter so far for Myers. He's given up 4 hits to go along with the 4 runs. That 2-0 pitch, a fastball, strike 1.
Braylon Connor on the season. 4 hits in 30 at-bats, a 133 average, but a 341 on-base percentage, adding 9 walks.
That 2-1 pitch upstairs, ball 3. Again, going with the fastball. Not able to get it below the letters. Out of the windup. Again, that hunched-over stance on the mound. Here comes that 3-1 pitch. That one misses just a bit high, ball 4.
So there you go. He finds a way to get on. Hedgesville gets that leadoff man on, and just what they wanted in this situation. That is 10 walks to go against 10 strikeouts on the season at the plate for Connor.
Myers now moving to the stretch. Connor, a pretty decent lead over at first. The batter is Cam Lady. He takes strike 1.
Now we do have a final already today in high school baseball as Washington picked up a win over Legacy Christian by a 9-2 final.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Good hold by Lady at the plate. He took that big step like he was going to throw the hands at it. But a good eye to take ball 1.
We have a second final now as James Wood and Jefferson were tangling, and it's Jefferson with a 6-0 victory.
Check back over to first base. Back in on the head first dive is Connor. Spring Mills softball team went to Petersburg today, dropped that one 9-0 in 5 innings. Count 1-1. Strike 2 called. That one right at the knees, enter third. Good pitch.
By the way, it wouldn't be a Jefferson win if Cullen Horowitz didn't hit a home run about every other day. Horowitz with another long ball as he went 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in.
Unreal. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, check swing at the plate. Lady did not go around, and wisely so. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, very close pitch. Tough one to take.
Myers looks in, checks back over to first. Here comes that 2-2, fouled off. Into the netting right to our right. Count stays 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Horowitz has now played 18 games, has 12 home runs and 31 driven in. Add 6 doubles in there as well. He's had only 5 singles.
That 2-2 gets away from Baden Hartman as it missed low. Good read down at first base for Braylon Connor, and he now stands at second. Count 3-2. Time taken at the plate by our home plate umpire, and a ball getting over the left field wall, coming in from the park beyond the left field wall.
23 hits for Horowitz on the season. 5 have been singles.
That slugging percentage has got to be through the roof. Is that on there?
Let me see if I can find it.
3-2 the count. Here's the payoff pitch. This one lifted foul, but out of play over top of the press box. Let's do that full count pitch again to Cam Lady.
How about 1.354 and an OPS of 1.975.
That's very impressive. Myers looks in. Again with the payoff pitch in the 3-2. This one lifted into left field. Moving back on it is Jacob Miller. He camps underneath of it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Braylon Connor will be forced to stay at second base. That ball hit to left field. Back to the top of the order now for Hedgesville. It's Thomas Butka.
Yeah, big out there for Myers, battling with a couple of pitches fouled off by Lady on that 3-2 count. Now with one down and that runner still at second, get a fresh at bat with Butka coming up.
He's 1 for 2 on the day. Came around to score a run in that second inning and has a single to his credit. First pitch, low, ball 1. Butka 14 walks in the leadoff spot. That's how you earn a spot in the leadoff of the order.
Now 17 hits in there as well.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one misses low and away, ball 2.
And you really, 17, 16 coming in, and he had a hit in his last at bat in that second inning, so he's 1 for 2 in this one.
Myers ready with that 2-0. Did that come up and looked like it may have hit Butka. It didn't, just bouncing off the glove of Baden Hartman. Gets to the backstop, and now just 90 feet away is Braylon Connor. Yeah, the way that one slightly changed direction, I thought that may have gotten the sleeve of Butka coming through. It did not. Count 3-0. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, the old automatic fastball right down the middle. Count 3-1. A hitter's count now for Thomas Butka.
Yeah,
see if he's got the green light.
Taken all the way on that 3-0.
Yeah.
Got to see a strike first.
Guessing it probably won't be the case here if he sees one he likes. Here comes the 3-1. That a called strike 2 at the plate. Inner third, about thigh high.
Yeah, not the old automatic. That was not a pitch Butka wanted to swing at.
Not much you can do with that pitch. Here comes the payoff on the 3-2. This one ripped down the left field line over the head of the third baseman, Liam Wilson. One run comes around. Butka rounding first. Getting to it in left field is Jacob Miller. He throws it in, hits the cutoff, but it is a RBI double for Thomas Butka with one down, and Hedgesville back within 2, 7-5.
Third double on the season for Butka. He'll collect his 8th run batted in. His second hit in this one, a single in the second, a double here in the 4th inning. That's what Hedgesville needed. Get those bats going again, now within a couple of runs at 7-5.
On our airwaves, it's now tied up at 2 with the Capitals and Bruins at the end of the first. It'll be an intentional walk to Kyle West, so he will reach for the 3rd time today. Now an intentional walk, earned a walk on 5 pitches in the first, and has an RBI single.
I know it's a strategy and you're playing to win a game. I really am not a huge fan of that intentional walk on any level, to be honest with you. You want to see guys get that opportunity to swing the bat, especially the ones that do it so well.
Aiden Milton takes ball 1. That one missing outside. Now makes a double play option. If Milton can be a little late on one, there's a big gap on the right side of the infield. Instead, he lifts one into shallow left field. Coming in and making the play in left field is Jacob Miller. The runner at second had gone too far with Thomas Butka. He thought it was going to drop in for a single. Instead, he gets doubled off at second base as he couldn't get back in time. Good heads-up play by Jacob Miller. He made the catch and came up firing. Hedgesville plates a run in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the 5th. When we come back, Musselmen still leads by 2, 7-5.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com.
Hedgesville gets one back in the bottom of the fourth. The deficit now 2. Musselmen leads 7-5. Thomas Budka, after a line out to a fly out to left field for the second out of the inning by Aiden Milton. Budka getting too big of a jump at second base as he thought that was dropping in for a single. Instead, he gets doubled off at second base, ending the bottom of the fourth for Hedgesville.
By the way, Garnett Hathaway with the other goal to tie it for the Capitals.
It is still Braylon Connor on the mound. 2-3-4 due up for Musselman. It is Baden Hartman who takes strike 1 to start the inning. Hartman on the day. Nothing major. Just 3 hits, 2 singles, a double, and an RBI, and 2 runs scored as he fouls this one off out of play behind the first base dugout. Definitely having himself a day so far.
His first at bat against Braylon Connor, who will now have pitched to all 9 batters after facing Baden Hartman. He came in to face Blake Hartman in that 4th inning.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, but a drop third strike. Milton going to step inside the baseline and throw down to first for a strikeout. That will end up going 2-3, 1 down.
That'll be 3 Ks now for Connor.
Connor gave up 2 runs in his first inning in relief, but also 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, but add those 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. Got to find a way to be a little more consistent on the hill with those strikes. Not walk guys, give free base runners.
Blake Hartman steps in, 2 for 2. Was intentionally walked today as well. Takes ball 1 outside. Hartman has also come around to score a run. He was one of the 2 runs we just mentioned. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball. Good pitch, strike 1.
Yeah, there's been production all throughout this order. When you look at it, I'm looking back through, all 9 have reached base at least once.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch, fastball, low and away, ball 2.
Out of that, 7 of the 9 have reached as a result of a base hit.
Connor out of the windup, looks in, gets the pitch he wants, nods to his catcher Milton. Now here comes the 2-1 pitch to Blake Hartman. That one well off the plate, ball 3. In the on-deck circle is Jacob Miller. They would love to have somebody on when he comes to the plate. 2 doubles and 3 runs driven in today. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Blake Hartman. Fastball low, inside, ball 4.
Second time he has drawn a walk, albeit the first one was the intentional walk.
After 2 pitches were thrown in the at-bat.
A .532 on base percentage coming in for Hartman with 9 walks to go along with those 27 hits. He's added 2 more hits and 2 more walks to that total.
The righty Jacob Miller stands in. Connor is now out of the stretch with a runner on. Fastball in for strike 1. And Matt, you look at the stature of Jacob Miller. He doesn't give off the vibe of a power hitter, but he certainly has some pop in the bat.
He does.
3 long balls this year. Again, a pair of doubles today. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, that low inside. Count even at 1.
You certainly put a charge into a couple of baseballs for doubles in this one.
Jackson Ruest back down in the bullpen belonging to Hedgesville. We saw him warm up or at least toss last inning. So you would imagine that it would be Ruest coming in relief if Connor cannot go the distance from here. Check back over to first. Back in on the head first dive is Blake Hartman. Plenty of time on the dive.
And when you look ahead for Hedgesville, got to save some pitching somewhere. They're at Allegheny tomorrow.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one driven into center field. Working over is Butka. He won't get to it. That's in for a single. A 1-base game. Is that single going to move Blake Hartman into scoring position at second base? One down in the top of the fifth.
3 for 4 for Miller on 3 consecutive hits. And yeah, the hits continue. 13 in the ball game now for Musselmen. We mentioned Hedgesville at Allegheny tomorrow, Matt. They're hosting Spring Mills on Wednesday. If I have that correctly, then at Spring Mills on Thursday, like back-to-back, and then they're at Musselmen on Friday. So there's a lot of baseball this week for the Eagles.
Myers steps in, fouls one off at the plate.
By the way, let me add another game on Saturday because they're at Hampshire. So a game every day this week.
And not a regional matchup. So while there's a couple of sectional ones thrown in this week, actually more than a couple for Hedgesville this week, would have that as 5 that are within the region. Time called by our field umpire, Buck Hoffmaster. He was checking the left arm of Blake Hartman at second base. Had him pull that left sleeve up. I'm not sure whether it's a injury or what that may be. Is now another coach coming in from the dugout. And, yeah, they are going to stretch out. He was pulling up that left arm, but they're now stretching out his right arm. Yeah, may have pulled something in the chest, too, as they may be trying to stretch that out. I don't see that too often. On some fluids going out there as well.
I'm sure Lehigh University is going, no, please, as he gets ready to head there very quickly after the baseball season to begin his college football career.
Well, I'm not sure if you were there yet. I think it was the first game we called at Musselmen. They had just played Berkeley Springs, and apparently Blake had some severe cramping issues in a game up at Berkeley Springs, so maybe some sort of cramp too. You never know. Play back underway. The count 0-1 to the batter, Jason Myers. Runner at first and second, 1 down in the top of inning number 5. Here comes that 0-1 pitch. Ball 1 popping out of the glove of Aiden Milton. He was quickly popping out of his stance. Couldn't quite watch that one all the way in. Count 1-1.
End of 3 now out in Chicago. And the Cubs lead the Nationals 4-1. Go ahead. You can start singing Go Cubs Go if you would
Not yet.
like.
That's after the win.
After the win.
You don't do that until then.
Okay.
That's the only time that song is played is after a win in Chicago.
Just wanted to give you the
or
opportunity.
Nats Park if I'm there. 1-1 the count to Myers. As Connor will step off the mound. Now steps back in and will re-toe that pitching rubber. Looks in. Out of the stretch, shakes off a few pitches. Now gets the pitch and location he wants. He nodded a couple of different times. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one sent right back up the middle. West moving over. Did he touch second? He did. Fires over to first, and that is a double play. Heck of a play by Kyle West. As that play took him to his left, he's able to step on second base to retire Jacob Miller and then fire over to first. Good stretch by Tyler Smith for the 6 unassisted, then a 6-3 double play to end this half of the 5th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th when we come back. Musselmen leads Hedgesville 7-5.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Bottom of inning number 5, Jason Myers still out there for Musselmen. We would have him at 86 pitches through 4 so far. He's given up 5 runs. So far, 5 hits as well. 4 walks and 1 hit batter, and only 2 strikeouts. So not quite at the 30-8 strikeout to walk ratio he had coming into this game. But his team holds the 2-run lead 7-5.
Look, he's battled throughout. I mean, clearly he doesn't have his best stuff out there today. We saw some pretty good pitching from him last week, but he has continued to battle, stayed with it. I mean, he's really only given up the 5 base hits, but the 3 walks and the hit batter have hurt him. You go back to that first inning, the 2 runs that scored both reached on walks, and you go to that 4th inning, and the run there that scored reached on a walk.
4-5-6 due up as Riley Bubb will lead it off for Hedgesville. He takes ball 1. Bubb a strikeout victim and hit by a pitch so far today. Here comes that 1-0 high inside, ball 2. Bubb leaning out of the way of that one. Feet never moved until after the ball hit the catcher's mitt, but certainly lean that upper body out to avoid taking that one. As we saw him get hit in what we believe was the elbow.
Yeah.
Now wears that guard on the front elbow. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, pretty good rip at that pitch.
Yeah.
But a little out in front. Hedgesville trying to rally, down by 2 runs. Trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak.
The 2-0 pitch fouled off out of play over top of our heads. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good battle back for Myers. As Riley Bubb will now lose the guard on the left elbow. He's going, I struck out my last at bat and just swung through 2. Not doing that again. Fouls one off into the brick backstop and lives to see another pitch. Let's do that 2-2 again.
Yeah, another big cut. Hedgesville lost against Goretti 8-0 back on 5/13, and then one day later, last Friday on the 14th, took it on the chin at Martinsburg.
2-2 off the end of the bat over to third base, and Liam Wilson never got a good read on that. Baseball goes between his legs into left field, and an E5 as Riley Bubb is on in the leadoff spot of the inning for Hedgesville.
First error that we have had in this game. And that's one that, he just didn't get a real good read on, and it kind of ate him up at third base. And now let's see if Hedgesville can take advantage.
Yeah, definitely didn't read the hops going down the third base line. He was standing about straight up as that ball went through his legs. Strike 1 taken by Hunter Minnick. A runner on first base is Bubb. Minnick so far today has driven in a run. His last at-bat was a pop out. Ball gets away from Baden Hartman at the plate. He couldn't find it. It was only about 4 feet back to his left behind him. But Riley Bubb taking advantage of one that got through the legs of Baden Hartman. He's now at second base in scoring position.
Yeah, that pitch down low, and Hartman knocked it down, but then just had no idea where it went.
Count 1-1 to Minnick as he swings through strike 2. All arms there on that swing. Late decision to take a hack at that one.
Minnick did have a sac fly back in that first inning, his 6th RBI of the year.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch off the end of the bat, foul back into the backstop. Let's do that 1-2 again.
Yeah, late on that swing, but showed some bat quickness as he got through the zone, made some contact. Able to foul it off, and now see another pitch.
Myers looks in. Now comes set out of the stretch. Looks back a couple times that second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. As Hunter Minnick could not catch up to the fastball. 1 down.
4 Ks now for Myers, but his first since that 3rd inning. And just like the other night, he doesn't look like he slowed down at all as far as the pace, speed on those pitches.
Unfortunately, you just run out of a pitch count. Tyler Smith steps in. An RBI single to his credit to left field today. First pitch, this one a ground ball to Trenton Wolf at shortstop. He's up with it, fires across the diamond, a low throw, but a good scoop by Kyle Lohr at first base. Went down and got that one on the short hop.
Yeah, good play on both ends to be able to get the outs. Riley Bubb will advance to third and now be just 90 feet away with 2 away, and Colby Blau coming to the plates.
Blau looking to reach base for the first time today. His last at-bat, a strikeout looking. Here's the first pitch, a fastball up and away. Ball 1.
Down by 2, getting late in this one. Love to be able to get this run in here.
Just 90 feet away is Riley Bubb. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. That one misses. Ball 2, a little low.
Blau looking for his first hit. Looking for RBI number 7 if he can find a way to get a clutch 2-out hit.
Here comes that 2-0 pitch high inside. Easy take for Blau, ball 3.
And there you go again, that inconsistency that we've seen from Myers throughout this one. Just not locating his pitches the way he wants.
Here comes the 3-0. Had a fastball right down the middle. Strike 1.
Took a little bit of something off, making sure that he found the strike zone with that one.
Blau, a 375 hitter coming into today's action. Here comes that 3-1, a breaking ball. That's strike 2.
Tough pitch there. Not much Blau could do with that one.
Now he started to lean out of the way of that one and then realized that it was an off-speed pitch breaking right over the heart of the plate. If he can keep his weight back, he can probably drive that one somewhere. Here comes the 3-2. That one off the handle going the other way. Coming up is Sam Simpson. Fires over to first and gets Blau by a step. The side is retired. Riley Bubb is not able to come in from third. We'll go to the top of the 6th when we come back. Musselmen still ahead by 2, 7-5.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Seven to 5, Musselmen leading Hedgesville, and what is getting into a late season key sectional showdown. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks until the start of the opening round of the playoffs in the Mountain State. June 1st is when those games will start. As we go to the top of inning number 6, back in with your play-by-play, Matt Miller.
Yeah, joined by Matt Crawford, the voice you just heard, John Otterton running our TV10 camera, Donald Kenny, our on-site producer, Colin McLaughlin, our engineer back at the studio. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit this morning on our morning edition of Miller Time. As I filled in for Rob in studio, you joined me by phone as to how do you kind of look at this section to this point. The first pitch to Jackson Shockey, a swing and a miss. Shockey, the number 6 hitter in the order, designated hitter for Musselman. And you look at Hedgesville at 1 probably right now. But Martinsburg a very close second, and then Musselman very close in there at number 3 as this pitch is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I think the nod still goes to Hedgesville, at least for the next inning and a half to 2 innings. I think if Musselman's able to get the win, then you really have 3 teams that can be in contention for it. I still think of the 3, it's Hedgesville and Martinsburg that are 1 and 2.
1-1 pitch lifted high into the air in right center field, and the right fielder, Hunter Minnick, ranging over to his right, looked like he was going to camp underneath of it and then quickly sprinted back to his left and got there to make the catch.
Still going to go out as a fly out to right field in the scorebook, but wow, did he make that look exciting. Not an ounce of wind here tonight. So you can't even say the wind played a factor in that. They just got caught in the lights.
So 1 down, base is empty. Here comes Liam Wilson, and he takes strike 1. Yeah, center fielder Budka coming over. They were kind of almost together there. When he started to move, I thought for a moment Budka maybe had called him off. Here's a bouncing ball towards the third baseman near the line. Fielding that one, making the throw, and in time to get him is Riley Bubb. Very good defense on that play that hugged the line.
Yeah, Bubb having to make sure he came up with that baseball, but having to keep his shoulders square, because if he gets that on the right side there, with his glove on that left hand, having to throw from the right side, that's a very awkward throw to make on the move. So did a good job of just making sure to watch that one into the glove. Making a sharp throw over to first. Good stretch by Tyler Smith at first as well.
Swinging at the first pitch, it is Trenton Wolf who grounds it towards the first baseman Tyler Smith, and right by the bag he fields, steps on first, and wow, that is a quick top half of inning number 6 for Braylon Connor, and that's what he needed. So 3 up, 3 down go Musselmen, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for Hedgesville, and the score, Musselmen 7, Hedgesville 5.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. The Hedgesville Eagles batting bottom half of inning number 6, and they will face a new pitcher as Trevor Bohr will take over on the hill for Musselmen. He'll replace Jason Myers, the freshman, working 5 innings, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits. He would strike out 4 while walking 3, also hit a batter. Right now the pitcher of record, he would get the win in this one if the Applemen can hang on right now to a 2-run lead.
Defensive changes on the mound was Myers. He goes to shortstop. Trenton Wolf will replace Trevor Bohr in right field. There'll be a test later.
I think we got it. We'll find out in just a moment. It will be Braylon Connor out of the number 8 spot in the order to get things started in the Hedgesville 6th inning. He'll be followed by Cam Lady, then back to the top of the order in Thomas Budka.
Trevor Bohr on the season, 19 innings on the mound. This will be his 8th appearance. Comes in with a 2-0 record. He's got a 2.57 ERA, 22 hits, 16 runs, 7 of those earned, and a 23-11 strikeout to walk ratio.
His first pitch to Braylon Connor misses high for ball 1. Connor's second at bat in this number 8 spot in the order. Swings through this one, 1-1. He took over for A.J. Fodor, who in the start on the mound got 1 at bat and struck out looking. Connor in the 4th inning drew a base on balls and then gave way to, I think he did stay in and run for himself in that situation. Yep. Yeah, and came around to score. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike as that 1-1 pitch misses. Bohr, the left-hander, he is ready with that 2-1 pitch, just a bit up and away, 3 balls and a strike.
Bohr, the eye black all the way down both cheeks on the mound.
And this pitch inside ball 4. Connor draws his 2nd walk of the day. Not the way Bohr wanted to get it started. Some young guys on the hill, Matt. Bohr just a sophomore who took over for Myers, who got the start as just a freshman. Cam Lady to the plate with a runner at first. Nobody outs.
Hedgesville down to their final 6 outs, down by 2, so any base runner is much appreciated.
That breaking pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Lady. No indication of maybe trying to lay down a bunt. I wonder if Hedgesville might try to play for a run in this situation with the lead off aboard. Cam Lady has doubled and flied out to left. Came around to score in that 2nd inning after reaching on the double. The runner at first, not a real big lead with a left-hander on the hill, and the breaking pitch down and in at the feet of Lady. 1 ball, 1 strike. 7-5. The lead for Musselmen, 3 in the 2nd. They added 4 more in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes. Just off that outside edge. Now at 2 balls and a strike. Hedgesville scored 2 in the first and 2 more in the second and added 1 in the 4th inning. The 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes, fouled straight back into the netting. Now 2-2.
Well, we saw an impressive comeback against Washington for Hedgesville. Not sure if that was the last time we were here or 2 times ago. But we've seen it once this year here at home for the Eagles. Do they have another one in them?
2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Here it comes. Down low, a swing and a miss. And Cam Lady strikes out. Just the 5th time this season he's gone down on strikes. 1 away. That runner stays at first. As we go back to the top of the order and Thomas Budka. He's got a couple of hits in 3 at-bats. After a fly out to right in the first inning, he singled and scored in the second. Added an RBI double in the 4th. He takes ball 1. 8 runs batted in now for Budka. He's got a runner at first with 1 out here. Again, a relatively short lead for Connor over at first. Pitch to the plate in there for a strike. Count will even up at 1-1. Kyle West, very dangerous hitter, due next. Here comes that 1-1. Off-speed bounced on a very high chop over the head of the pitcher. Charging in on it, the shortstop. He'll field and throw to first, but not in time. Pretty decent play there by Myers, the freshman shortstop, who just went there from the mound to charge and field that one in the grass and make an accurate throw at first, but no chance to get Budka.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do with that. A very high chop, and Bohr trying to read that one to see if he could make that play coming off the back of the mound. That going over his head by several feet, and the speed in the leadoff spot for Thomas Budka. That's an infield single you can do nothing about defensively.
Oh, now you got a pitch to Kyle West, who walked in the first inning on just 5 pitches. Took that 3-1 for ball 4. Then had an RBI single in the second inning, and in the 4th inning, Musselmen decided we're not even pitching to him. They gave him the intentional walk. But he's up here with runners at first and second, just 1 out. And the first pitch from Bohr, just a little up, maybe inside as well, ball 1.
Yeah, the indication was up by our home plate umpire. I thought that was inside as well. I'm with you.
The left-hand hitter awaits. The lefty on the hill ready. Here's the pitch, and a check swing, foul ball at the plate.
And Wes is mad at himself for that one, as he takes a long stroll around to go back into the left-hand batter's box. He knows he just helped out on strike 1.
Count evens up 1-1. Leading RBI man on this team has a run batted in on the day, giving him 28 on the season. Runners at first and second, 1 out here, and he'll take a breaking pitch off that outside edge. That's a good-looking pitch, but he's got to start it in just a little bit more. Started on that outside corner and actually broke off the plate. Now the 2-1. West takes, and that one did catch the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He did just what we talked about. Started it in just a little bit more. Catches that outside edge. Now the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch is due.
Big pitch here for Bohr.
From the stretch, he delivers. That one outside and low.
Tried to go with that same pitch and location a 3rd straight time.
It's a full count. West just 7 strikeouts and 60 at-bats on the season. Not an easy out at the plate. He's going to put it in play and make you get him. 3 ball, 2 strike delivery. Here it comes. Swinging a foul straight back. That one coming off of that low concrete backstop and carrying me all the way back out into the infield.
That one pinballing back into the infield about 45, 50 feet down the first base line, hitting off Kyle West's foot on the way back in.
Take that one out of play for now, but the umpire just sticks it right back in the bag, meaning at some point it'll be back in there.
Good enough to use.
We think. Might have a little flat edge. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch. Again, here it comes. Off-speed pitch, got him looking. Wow, what a pitch. There you go. Just what the doctor ordered, as Bohr gets him for his 2nd strikeout in the half inning. 2 away, runners still at first and second for Aiden Milton. Beautiful breaking pitch that had him frozen. So now Milton digs in with a pitch to the plate, and that fastball just stumping away, ball 1.
And Milton, a big spot here. If you're Hedgesville, you don't want to go into your final 3 outs in this ball game, needing 2 runs just to tie. You'd like to get at least 1 back here.
The 1-0 pitch, a strike on the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Milton with a walk and a run scored in the first, a sac fly in the second, and then a fly ball double play in the 4th inning. Don't see that a lot. Pitch down and in here, 2 balls and a strike. So fly ball was not too deep into left center field. The left fielder Miller came charging and moving over to his left and fielded it, and the runner at second had broken too far off the bag. They were able to throw behind him and get the double play. Here's a swing and a line drive towards the second baseman, and Sam Simpson, while moving over to his left, reaches up and hauls in that line drive for out number 3.
Can't hit any better. Fortunately for Hedgesville, Sam Simpson right there. I'm sure the entire Hedgesville bench can take a sigh of relief after that one. It was very well hit.
Yeah, when it came off the bat, I thought this could be trouble, but a nice play by Simpson, and a pair of base runners are left stranded, including 1 in scoring position. We'll head to the 7th and final inning of regulation when we come back with the score remaining. Musselmen 7, Hedgesville 5.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
All right, Matt, your storyline through 6. Musselman 7 runs on 13 hits, 1 error, 10 stranded, 8 in scoring position. Hedgesville 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They've stranded 7, leaving 4 in scoring position. Hedgesville with a 2-0 lead after the bottom of the first. Musselman put 3 on the board in the top of the second to take a brief lead because Hedgesville scored 2 in the bottom of the second, regained that lead at 4-3. Musselman with 4 in the top of the fourth, made it a 7-4 score. Hedgesville getting a run in the bottom of the fourth, cut it to 7-5. That's where we stand right now as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and Trevor Bohr stands in and takes ball 1 inside. Bohr out of the 9th spot in the order, his 4th at bat, facing Braylon Connor, who's done a very nice job in relief. Here's a shot into the gap in left center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Cam Lady coming over out of left, able to play that one on a bounce and hold Bohr to just a single. That came off the bat. I thought I had a chance to be extra bases.
A little too much air underneath of it.
So Bohr is aboard. He will stay in and run for himself, even though he is doing the pitching now. Kyle Lohr comes to the plate. Left-hand hitter will have that hole to hit through with Tyler Smith holding the runner at first. And the first pitch of the at-bat down and in, ball 1.
We saw Lohr rope a triple down the right field line back in the 4th. Hardest hit ball of the day so far.
Yeah. He is 1 for 3. Checks his swing at a pitch that is a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. He had a fly out to left in the first. A sac fly to drive in a run that he also hit to left in the second. That triple that you mentioned in the 4th, and then later in the 4th, bounced out to the first baseman unassisted. He pushes a bunt up the third base line, but into foul territory. Count now at 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was not a sacrifice situation. He was bunting for a base hit.
An ideal situation for a lefty here with a runner on first base, as Colby Blau just about a third of the way, not even, off that second base bag. A massive hole in the right side of the infield as another ball comes in from out of play.
Put me in, coach. I can be center field. Lohr will dig back into that left-hand batter's box. Action getting back underway. Bohr with his lead at first. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch missing high and outside. It's pretty good movement on it. Just couldn't find the strike zone. 2-2. You talked earlier about Hedgesville, trying to get that run in the bottom of the 6th inning, not wanting to have to try to fight for at least 2 in their last at bat. Right now, you got to make sure Musselmen doesn't add to that lead as Lohr watches. Pitch down low, 3-2. So Bohr his lead at first. Lohr awaiting that 3-2 delivery. Here comes the pitch. Runner holds. Pitch down low. That's ball 4. So a leadoff single followed by a walk, and Musselmen has runners at first and second, nobody out. You got to imagine Baden Hartman might be trying to lay down the bunt and advance the 2 runners. And it is Eric Grove who is going to come out, the head coach or manager.
For about the 15th time today, Jackson Rust is throwing down the bullpen, the right field line.
Well, he may be coming in to actually throw in the game, as the baseball will be given by Connor to the head coach, and yep, here he comes. So Jackson Ruest will come in to take his warm-up tosses. As he does, let's send it back to the studio. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll reset the action as we are in the top half of inning number 7. 2 on, nobody out, and right now it's Musselmen leading Hedgesville 7-5.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Jackson Ruest getting in his warm-up tosses. We would assume he will jump into that number 8 spot in the order, where Braylon Connor had taken over for the starter A.J. Fodor. Connor on the hill goes 3+ so far, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits, but the 2 base runners on right now still his responsibility. He struck out 3 but also walked 3 and hit a batter.
All right, which number do you want for Jackson Ruest? Let me combine some numbers here. He's got 4 innings pitched in the number 24. He's done better in the number 29, which he is tonight. He's got 18 total innings pitched on the mound. Again, he's probably got a different home jersey and away jersey, so just having some fun. But 18 innings on the mound and right around a 1.6 ERA. That's, again, just trying to average some of those in my head.
First batter he will face is Baden Hartman, and the Musselman catcher squares, shows bunt, and takes that pitch high, ball 1.
He's given up 13 hits. 5 runs, 4 of those have been earned. 7 walks and 15 strikeouts, and this is his 7th appearance of the year.
Hartman again squares and shows bunt, takes that pitch right down the middle. That is a strike, now 1-1. Hartman has a couple of singles and a double, 2 runs scored and a run batted in, as he is 3 for 4. Runners at first and second, nobody out, 1-1 pitch. No sign he's going to bunt. In fact, swings away and pops it foul over the press box, out of play. 1-2 the count.
Now, you would imagine that bunt completely out of play, although we saw that in the Martinsburg game on Friday, although I think that was a missed sign based on the reaction by Aaron Byler down the third base line.
Yeah, because it didn't work.
And he was none too happy about it when it didn't.
1-2 curveball, and wow, Hartman able to somehow have that one skim off the handle as it broke in on him. He had already started swinging and just barely made contact.
Watch your fingers on that one. as he was bailing out of the way and swinging at the same time. That was the only way he's going to be able to get the bat around is if he bailed out a little bit.
Ruest to lefty. Looks in at the right-hand batter, and here's the pitch, and that breaking pitch stays high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch up out of the zone.
Yeah, front of the plate is where you got to tell if it's ball or strike. It wasn't. By the time it got to the catcher's mitt, maybe so, but you got to make sure you're seeing that at the right time.
2-2 pitch, bounced slowly up the first base side. Ruest off the mound, juggles, drops the baseball in a rush to try to get it to first, and that is going to be an error to allow Baden Hartman to reach base, and is going to load the bases.
That's a tough play, even if Ruest is able to get there. Well, that one being pushed up that line, the first base line, when he gets that baseball, he's going to have to work around Baden Hartman just to get a vision over to first base. That's a tough play. I'm with you. You got to go with an E1 there because he did bobble the baseball when there was time. But angle-wise, that would have been a very tough play to make.
And now Blake Hartman is the batter, and he will take the breaking ball for strike 1. Blake Hartman, a couple of singles and a couple of walks. He's been up 4 times. He's been on base all 4 times. Hedgesville with that infield drawn in with nobody out of the bases loaded. Top of the 7th, final inning of regulation. Here comes the pitch, and it's a bouncer foul third base side, and it's 0-2.
Good snag in the on-deck circle by Jacob Miller. Got it on the bounce. Second good snag we've seen on a foul ball today. Not quite as impressive as Josh Hartman's. Matt, I wish you would have seen that.
Yeah, I was going to say, from my angle, I did not get to see it.
That may have been the catch of the night.
I will go back and watch the video and see if we got it. Here comes that 0-2 pitch. Good fastball, and Hartman fouls it to the backstop. That's a good change of pace there for Ruest. Those couple of breaking pitches, kind of slow, a lot of movement, and then comes back with that fastball. But credit Blake Hartman as he fouls it off.
And Ruest has been a guy that's worked up and down JV and varsity. Tends to see his varsity action when he is on the mound. So right now a pitcher only at the varsity level.
The 0-2 breaking pitch drilled into right field. Moving over and making the play on the sinking liner is Hunter Minnick. No, didn't?
Nope.
He did not make
the play. Make the play.
There you go, and I think there was some confusion on the base paths. Blake Hartman was completely over into foul territory and will now go to the first base bag. So let's wait and see what we're going to have. Eric Grove came out.
They will say he's out because he had completely left the bag and was out of the base path and had gone halfway back to the dugout. It was a late signal by the field umpire as to that baseball being down.
Yeah,
and Josh Hartman wants to have a word now.
So at least one run comes home to score on the play as Trevor Bohr, who was at third, is able to cross the plate. Kyle Lohr is now standing at third. Baden Hartman is your runner out at second. So Hartman is retired. He does get a run batted in.
He's retired on the single.
Right. So an RBI single, but still retired for the first out of the inning as he came off of first base and was making his way back towards the dugout, was considered to be out of play. And now Jacob Miller will receive the intentional walk. Yeah, I tell you, from our angle and watching the right fielder Minnick go for it, it looked like it was in the glove. I'm with you. I didn't see with our base umpire out at the second base bag because of the runners on base. The safe indication, the throw came through actually towards the first base bag, as though Minnick was maybe trying to double somebody off after making the catch. First pitch to Jason Myers in there for strike 1.
Well, I think it was a case where Buck Hoffmaster, our field umpire, was waiting to see, as the diving play was made by Minnick, if the ball was on the ground before he was able to make the call because of Minnick's body on the dive.
Pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
So I think, unfortunately, it puts Buck Hoffmaster in an awkward position to make that play where he's got to wait till he can actually see where the baseball is and not just make a gut decision. So I think it's a very heads-up play by him and doing what he's supposed to do in the field. But unfortunately for Blake Hartman, assumed an out.
That 1 ball, 1 strike fastball missing off the outside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. Boy, we have seen some stuff this year, have we not?
I was just going to say that. I'm not sure anything will top the hidden ball trick, though.
The 2-1 to the plate. Off-speed pitch that misses high, 3 balls and a strike. Well, there's no place to put him. West is going to have to battle back here. I believe the out technically goes 3 unassisted, as the nearest fielder would be the first baseman when Hartman leaves that base and heads back towards the dugout. The 3-ball, 1-strike pitch, high and outside. That is a base on balls, and RBI number 10 on the season for Jason Myers. It will chase home Lure from third base and will close the book on Braylon Connor, who is going to be responsible for 4 runs scoring in his 3+ innings. And now everything else, the responsibility of West, as the bases remain loaded for Jackson Shockey. Still just 1 out in the inning, and the pitch, a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Hedgesville will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up. That's the heart of the order. But will they have enough in them? Down 9-5 right now. Here comes the pitch, and Shockey hits this one on a bounce past the diving shortstop West, out into left center field. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Throw through to the plate. Not in time. 2 will come around to score as Jacob Miller scores from second. Baden Hartman scoring from third. 4 runs now have crossed in this half inning. 11-5, the lead for Musselmen.
And now we have a pinch runner for Shockey. That is a number 7 going out. Sam Simpson.
So Simpson, really, the guy that's being DH'd for.
Yeah.
So he just kind of takes his spot, if you will, out on the base paths. So Myers at second base. Shockey was at first base, but now gives way to Simpson, and Liam Wilson is the due batter. So Liam Wilson standing in as it takes a moment for everyone to get back into position after the runner taking over at first. Still just 1 out in the inning. 11-5 now the lead for Musselman. And the breaking pitch, a strike to Wilson. Wilson has singled a couple of times, been hit by a pitch. He's 2 for 3 in this one. West looking at the runners. He lifts the leg, and the delivery, off-speed pitch, slowly rolling towards the third baseman into foul territory where Bub picks it up. It is a foul ball. So no balls, 2 strikes. Hedgesville trying to get out of this half inning, see if they can rally offensively and avoid their longest losing streak of the season. They've lost back-to-back games for the first time this year, trying to avoid 3 in a row. Meanwhile, for Musselman, they're looking for their 5th win in their last 6 games. They've picked it up. The 0-2 pitch. West ready, here it comes. Fastball bounced foul up that first base side, off the hands of Coach Klepner.
And you look at the 2 hottest teams in the section right now, and Musselman's got to be sitting there going, man, we're playing best baseball of the season. We're going to be what looks like winners of 5 of 6. It would take a rally in the bottom of the 7th, but the Martinsburg Bulldogs are just getting win after win.
West ready. Here's the pitch. Off-speed grounded right back to him. He'll turn, make that throw high. West goes up to get it. Comes down on the second base bag, and they will get the lead runner. So Simpson is erased at second. The out goes 1-6. That's the second out of the inning. Myers moves to third, and Wilson reaches at first on that fielder's choice.
And it's a good thing Kyle West is as tall as he is.
Yeah.
Because off the hand, I'm going, that's into center field. But West able to show the hops coming in from short. Runners at the corners.
Now it brings up Trenton Wolf. West an out away from getting his team up to see if they can mount a rally in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch down low, ball 1. 9th batter to hit in the inning. It'll be the second time that they have sent 9+ to the plate in a half an inning. Musselman has really hit the baseball in this one.
They've been hitting the baseball.
Yeah, they have.
Even in their one loss over the past couple of games, still scored 11 runs, just gave up 21.
Everybody ready with that 1-0 delivery. Here it comes. Popped up into right field. Minnick ranging over towards the line. Coming in on it. He's going to make that play on the run. So Wolf is retired on that fly ball down the right field line. But still 1, 2, 3. Make it 4 runs come across in this top half of inning number 7. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, the last chance for Hedgesville with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due. And Musselmen leading 11-5.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Here we go to the bottom half of inning number 7. Last chance for the Hedgesville Eagles. We saw them in a similar situation against Washington earlier this season. Matt, they scored 5 runs without an out recorded and rallied for that victory.
It'll be Bub, Minnick, and Smith, the 3 due up. So far today, Riley Bub has reached twice, once on an error, once on a hit-by-pitch. And Tyler Smith with a single. Other than that, not a whole lot doing it, the 3 that are due up.
Musselman on the verge of snapping a 4-game slide against these Eagles, as Hedgesville had won 4 in a row and 7 of the last 9 in the series. Riley Buck takes the first pitch from Trevor Bohr, missing. Down low, ball 1. Bohr came in the 6th inning. Gave up a hit, no runs. He struck out 2 and also walked a batter. Works this pitch down low. Bub shows a good eye. 2 balls and no strikes. Bub has been hit by a pitch, has struck out swinging, and has reached on an error. So officially 0 for 2. 2-0 pitch. Fastball just off that outside edge. 3-0. Thought initially, the way our plate umpire Tim Carroll popped up, that the hand would come out for a strike, but it missed outside, and now there's one down the middle. And it's 3-1. Bub to be followed by Minnick and Smith. 3-1 delivery. Popped up, first base side, foul territory, over towards that Hedgesville dugout, and it's back out of play. It's a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 11-5. The lead right now for Musselmen. Remember the last time they were here? 11-1 was the final, with Hedgesville getting the win in that one. Here we go. Bohr to the plate with the 3-2 delivery. Down and in. That's ball 4. That one in the dirt. Bouncing off of Baden Hartman. The leadoff man is aboard for Hunter Minnick. Right now with a 6-run lead, all Bohr wants to do is throw strikes. Minnick will stand in after a sacrifice fly in the 1st inning, a pop out to short in the 3rd, and a strikeout swinging in the 5th inning. So looking for his first hit, he's 0 for 2. Late on that one, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Tomorrow night, by the way, we'll be down at Sager Field. See if Martinsburg, who's been hot, can slow down the Jefferson Cougars, who are, 17-1 with the win earlier today against James Wood. Fastball high and outside, 1-1 now to Minnick. Game time tomorrow, 6 at Sager Field, so we'll get on the air at about 5:40 with our pregame show. Bohr with the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch, a swing and a miss. Count now 1-2 to Hunter Minnick.
And Minnick just all arms in these swings tonight. He's not getting his full weight behind it.
Just looking to make some contact, make something happen with The runner aboard at first. Bub with his lead, and it's a bouncing ball on a high hop over towards third, and Nicky Brown in the third base coach's box could not handle that short hop. So clearly Coach Josh Hartman has won the coach's battle of fielding ground balls today.
Yes.
Coach Klepner for Musselman didn't field his cleanly. Coach Brown did not field his cleanly. Hartman made the nice play, though. 1-2 strike pitch. Here it comes, just down low and outside. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
In a situation like this, sometimes that first out is the toughest one to get.
Got a chance here with a 2-2 due. Bub is lead at first, ace put there. Swing and a miss. Minnick down on strikes. That'll be the third strikeout for Bohr since coming in relief. One down with a runner on, and Tyler Smith to the plate. Let's check in on the Nationals and the Capitals and see what's going on there. They're
end of 2 in D.C. for the hockey game. 2-2.
Yes.
So no goals scored in the second period.
Meanwhile, for the Nationals, bottom of the 6th inning in Chicago, as the first pitch in there to Tyler Smith for strike 1. It's a 4-3 lead now for the Cubs, as the Nationals plated a couple in the 4th inning to draw within a run. The 0-1 due, here it comes. It's a bouncing ball on a high bounce into foul territory off the third base side. That one heading over towards the Musselman dugout. Quickly 0-2. Looked like it would be Hedgesville in the early going of this one, Matt. 2 in the first. Even answered Musselman's 3 in the top of the second with 2 more of their own. Took that 4-3 lead. But then Musselman with 4 in that 4th inning. Taking charge, if you will. A run back for Hedgesville in the bottom of the 4th as the pitch to the plate lined foul off the top of the fencing down the first base line. Count holding it 0-2. But still, it was a 7-5 lead, and then 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning, helping Musselman to push that lead out to 6. And right now, with 1 down, there's a runner at first for Hedgesville and an 0-2 count to the batter. Just trying to keep this one going, find a way to start that rally. And Tyler Smith steps in and then immediately steps right back out again. Asked for time. He wasn't ready.
Got to get comfortable in this situation.
Absolutely. Right-hand hitter, left-hand pitcher. Here is that pitch, high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That went up and away, not close enough that Smith would even think about offering. Bub with his lead at first, held on there by Lohr. Here's the pitch, down low and inside, and it's 2-2. See what Smith can do. He had an RBI single in the first. He's 1 for 3. Couple of ground outs to short his last 2 times up. Ground ball to short here. Could get through as the shortstop's playing way up the middle.
Yeah, that's for sure. That single earlier, his 8th hit of the year.
That 2-2 pitch high and outside, and now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good at bat. Behind in the count, 0-2. He's worked it in his favor full. Now let's see what Tyler Smith can do.
And if you're Trevor Bohr, you got to understand that while he may keep the game alive, Tyler Smith isn't going to end the game for you, so go right after him.
3-2 pitch misses high. That's ball 4. Smith with a nice at bat, draws a walk. 2nd of the inning for Trevor Bohr. So now Colby Blau, the due batter. See what we've got as Eric Grove comes out. We may have another runner going in over at first.
Yep, it will be a 13. It's Luke Kisner.
So a pinch runner, Luke Kisner at first. Kisner takes his spot. Riley Bubb out at second base. He had the leadoff walk. A Hunter Minnick strikeout sandwiched in between the 2 base on balls. 1 away. Colby Blau, the due batter, looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 3. Grounded out to second in the first. Struck out looking in the third and grounded out to second in the 5th. Second baseman Simpson over near that second base bag, patting the glove just a little bit. Bohr will look back that way. Simpson works his way back into position as the pitch to the plate. A high fastball cut on and missed.
I know you got to keep him honest at second base, but in a 6-run ball game, I'm playing my position right here. I'm not leaving any unnecessary gaps in the infield, anything for anybody to hit through. Play the position here.
0-1 pitch down low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got a pinch hitter in that on-deck circle as well. Looks like
Caden DeLauder.
Yeah, Caden DeLauder. Here's a bouncing ball foul up the third base side. Blau on that 1-1. Bounces the foul ball for strike 2.
Yeah, it's the pitcher's spot, and Jackson Ruest had come out into the on-deck circle, then was called back into the dugout. Ruest 0 for 3 on the season. So I'm sure Coach Grove trying to get whoever he believes, give him the best opportunity here.
Well, the runner breaks for third with a pitch taken for a strike, and the throw down goes into center field, allowing a run to score. Riley Bubb had taken off for third really before Bohr ever even got into the windup. Luke Kisner then took off for second as the pitch came through to the plate. He will steal the base and be there at second. Bubb will steal third, but then will come home on the throwing error. A run does cross for Hedgesville, but still needing more, down 11-6. And 2 outs as that pitch was taken by Blau for a called strike 3. That's 4 Ks now for Bohr.
Big situation for Caden DeLauder. Again, can't win it, can't tie it, just got to hope to keep the train going and live to see the next batter. So far on the year for DeLauder, 17 hits, 51 at-bats, has 10 runs driven in. That's 17 for 51, good enough for a .333 batting average. Does have 13 strikeouts to 5 walks, though.
A runner at second base with 2 outs, and the pitch, a swing and a miss. That is strike 1 to Caden DeLauder. DeLauder steps out. Practice swing, gathers his thoughts, steps back in. Right-hand hitter against the left-hand pitcher. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, set a breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. Good-looking pitch right there.
Yeah, the Eagles down out of their last strike. And if you're DeLauder, again, just trying to get a hold of one here. But have a good eye. Don't chase it just because you got 2 strikes. We've seen Bohr walk 2 this inning. Also strike out 2, so it's been one or the other.
The 0-2 pitch. Bohr to the plate, down low and in.
That's an easy one to take when you're jumping out of the way.
Yeah. The 2 feet shuffle there. The front one comes up first, followed by that back foot, with the hope in mind that that does not hit me in the ankle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bohr ready. Runner at second with his lead. Here comes the pitch. Off speed, and that one hit foul down the third base line. DeLauder out in front of that pitch. It holds 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kisner, that runner, out at second.
He was on the move, 2 down. This game, the minute you hear the metal of the bat, you got to be on the move, and he was. As that one quickly hit foul, and he was already 3/4 of the way to third base, which means he's also getting a good secondary lead.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes as DeLauder steps back in. Bohr looking in at Baden Hartman, the catcher, has the sign, and that 1-2 delivery. There's a swing and a hard hit ball past the third baseman. That one has out into left field. Kisner going to turn, be waved around, and score from second on the RBI base hit from Caden DeLauder. 2 runs are in. Hedgesville not going quietly, but still down 11-7.
RBI number 11 on the year for DeLauder, and a big one at this point in the game. A little 2-out rally. Hedgesville's hoping this 2-out rally can go even longer. And a good piece of hitting, just trying to protect with 2 strikes, 2 down. Trying to stay in the ball game, and DeLauder does a good job of turning on that one and sending it into left field.
So a couple of walks and now a base hit, leading to 2 runs, an error, allowing the first run to score in the inning. Cam Lady, the batter, with that runner at first. 2 outs, and he swings at a curveball, sends that one foul up the third base line. Bohr just trying to get the final out and wrap this one up and give Musselmen their 5th win in their last 6 games. Hedgesville would drop their 3rd straight for the first time this year. Hedgesville looking to rally, make sure that doesn't happen. Pitch misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. 11-7, Musselmen with the lead. Lohr holds the runner at first. DeLauder, relatively short lead. Pitch to the plate, hit in the air into center field. This may do it. Hartman is over to his right, gets under it and makes the grab, and the side is retired. And this one in the books, a victory for the Musselmen Applemen. And what a win for them after losing here back on the 22nd of April by an 11-1 score. They come in and get the victory in this one by the final of 11-7. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, then come back and tell you all about it as we get into our post-game show. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance. With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV 10 camera. Donald Kinney, our on-site producer. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer at the studio. Well, Matt, we recap this one, an 11-7 win for Musselmen over Hedgesville. Looked like Hedgesville was going to take this one early at least. They scored 2 in the first. Musselmen answered with 3 in the top of the second, but Hedgesville answered right back as they scored 2 in the bottom of the second, took a 4-3 lead. It stayed that way till the top of the fourth, and then Musselmen put 4 on the board and really kind of took charge at that point.
Yeah, they did, and it really started in that 4th inning. Kyle Lohr got an opportunity to hit for the 2nd straight inning in the same spot. It was a caught stealing by Liam Wilson to end that 3rd inning. So Lohr gets to start the 4th, get a fresh at-bat, a 2-0 count. He drives a triple into right field, and that got the ball rolling. It was 4 straight hits before the first out of the inning, a single for Peyton Hartman, a single for Blake Hartman, and then a RBI double for Jacob Miller. All 4 of those would come around to score in that inning before the first out was recorded. And really just a strong inning in the top of that 4th inning. And, I'm in complete agreement. That was when you felt the tide start to turn in this game.
And then Musselmen in the top half of inning number 7, able to put 4 more on the board, take what was a 7-5 lead out to an 11-5 lead. Hedgesville would get a pair in the bottom of the 7th inning, but too little too late as the final score, Musselmen 11 and Hedgesville 7. We'll come back and run some individual and some other team numbers, set you up for our next broadcast as well as we wrap up our post-game show after this 60-second break. Again, your final tonight here at Eagle Field. It was Musselmen 11 and Hedgesville 7.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Back one final time here tonight at Eagle Field. We take a look at some of the numbers from this one. Matt, we always begin with those pitching totals. A.J. Fodor, 3+ innings, allowed 5 runs on 9 hits. He would strike out 1, walk to 3. It was Braylon Connor who came in relief. He worked 3+, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 3, walked 3, also hit a batter. And then Jackson Ruest, in an inning of relief, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, no strikeouts, 2 walks. You look at that, and that's 6 walks, make it 8 walks by the 3 pitchers combined, and a hit batter. You can't give up 9 base runners in a game and expect to have a lot of success.
Yeah, and Braylon Connor settled down as the game went on. We weren't sure he was going to get out of his first inning in relief. Ended up going 3+ innings, so he definitely settled down as the game went on. Still really high in the pitch count total for him, and obviously you can't give that many bases if you're pitching on the mound at any level, especially at the high school level. That's really the difference in a lot of ball games when you look at who was walking guys and who wasn't. And for Musselmen, another strong performance on the mound. Obviously giving up more runs than they would want to, but got out of some jams.
Meanwhile, Jason Myers in the start gets the win for Musselmen, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings. He would walk 3, hit a batter, and strike out 4. Trevor Boer in relief, 2 runs on 2 hits in 2 innings. He would strike out 4 while walking 3. Matt, as you look at some of the individual numbers, hits up and down the lineup for the Musselman Applemen, starting with Kyle Lohr, who had a sac fly, a triple, a walk, and a couple of runs scored, and it just picked up right down through the lineup.
Yeah, Baden Hartman on his first 3 times he was at bat, 2 singles, a double. He ended up scoring 3 runs on the day, driving in a run. His brother Blake, just as efficient. He finished 3 for 3 on the day with 2 walks. He would come around to score a run. Jacob Miller, 2 doubles on the day, 3 hits total, a RBI. He came around to score twice. Added a walk in there as well. Jason Myers, a couple of walks, and really just up and down the list, like you said. Jackson Shockey, a couple of big hits and 3 RBI on the day, and 1 through 9 just getting the job done. Where the Musselman Applemen, the bats stay hot.
Yeah, absolutely. For Hedgesville, not bad. You're talking 7 hits to bring home their 7 runs, and you look at the top of the order, and Thomas Butke with a single, a double, a run scored, and a run driven in. Kyle West had an RBI single. Really didn't get much opportunity. He got walked a couple of times in there as well. Aiden Milton delivered an RBI sacrifice fly. We saw a couple of those in this game. Hunter Minnick added 1 as well. Tyler Smith had a big RBI single, and there was an RBI single from Caden DeLauder in that 7th inning, a double and a run scored out of the bottom of the order from Cam Lady. Final totals: Musselman 11 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors, 12 left, 9 in scoring position. Hedgesville 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 8-4 in scoring position. Myers 2-2 with the win. Fodor 0-1 with a loss. Time of the game 2 hours 33 minutes. Hedgesville's dropped 3 in a row for the first time this season, now at 13-6. Musselman has won 5 of their last 6, now at 9-11. All right, next up for both of these teams, Musselman at Washington tomorrow. Hedgesville travels up to Cumberland to face Allegheny. Our game tomorrow, Matt, Jefferson hosting Martinsburg. We saw the first matchup between the two. It was not pretty. Jefferson pounded Martinsburg 16-0, but I think a different Bulldog team right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I think after this game tonight, you kind of got to throw Hedgesville, Musselmen, and Martinsburg in a hat and see which one you pick out. I think the way this season has turned around for Musselmen and for Martinsburg and kind of hit some speed bumps for Hedgesville, this section is wide open for grabs right now, and it should be a fun last 2 weeks of the season.
We will see what happens tomorrow with that game time down at Sager Field at 6, our pregame at 5:40, and that one tomorrow evening should be on all of our airwaves, radio and television, as well as WRNR TV on YouTube. And then tomorrow evening we will take you to Washington Wizards quasi-playoff basketball as they're part of that play-in tournament. They'll be taking on the Celtics in Boston tomorrow night at around 9. All right, thank you for joining us for tonight's game. Thank you for all of our sponsors supporting our coverage of high school baseball. Thanks goes to both head coaches, Eric Grove and Josh Hartman, providing interviews and information for the broadcast. Thanks to Aaron Whitford, athletic director at Hedgesville, all the staff and all the folks here at Eagle Field for their help, support, and hospitality with tonight's coverage. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV10 camera. Donald Kenny, our on-site producer. Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, our engineer. We remind you, final in this one tonight, it is Musselmen 11 and Hedgesville 7. Until tomorrow, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Ollie's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.